Today is Sunday, August 7, 2022, and today is a very special day because we're about to watch one of the most anticipated fights in grappling history. The match between Gordon Ryan, the current best no-gi grappler in the world, versus Felipe Pena, the only guy who has beat him twice. And for Gordon, this is a very special match because he wants to prove that he's better now and that he's actually the king. His nickname is the King Gordon Ryan, and it's very personal for him to prove that he's better than Felipe Pena. And for Felipe, of course, to prove that he's just he calls Gordon Ryan my son, my chubby baby. So we'll see if he continues with the victories over Gordon Ryan tonight. I'm very excited about this. Although this morning we had a terrible news about the passing of one of the greatest of all time, Leandro Lo. It's very sad to hear. He just earlier this year, he won gold medal heavyweight IBJJF. The guy is just amazing. He's been competing for a long time and has been an inspiration for a lot of people. Leandro Lo, super exciting to watch. I remember when he was coming up, his knee cut pass was something that was unstoppable at the moment. And it's just sad to hear that Leandro Lo was apparently there's many information coming from Brazil, but apparently he was shot in the head and arrived to the hospital dead. So he'll be remembered as one of the greatest. His legacy is already cemented. Leandro Lo. There were some rumors that this event tonight was gonna be canceled, but that's not true. The event is still going. We're actually here waiting for the first match. There's gonna be some preliminary fights. If you guys wanna watch the preliminary fights, go to YouTube and they're for free. The Flow Grappling YouTube channel, and you will see some fights there. But the main event and the main card is just gonna be show in Flow Grappling website. So go quickly create a membership so you don't miss this historic event. And yes, we have a very stock card. Let's see who's fighting tonight. Who's fighting is Diogo Reyes versus Stefan Martinez. That's a good one. Fabricio Andre versus Fabian Ramirez. Jay Rodriguez versus Jacob Couch. I'm looking forward to this one. This one is gonna be awesome. Via Mesquita versus Elisabeth Clay. Mika Galvao, the new phenom from Brazil, is fighting Alan Sanchez. Nicolas Marigalli versus the experienced Rafael Lovato. That's gonna be the co-main event, and the main event, Gordon the King Ryan versus Felipe Pena. Very interesting detail is that the main event is no time limit. Gordon Ryan versus Felipe Pena, they can go for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, all night. Now, I don't see myself staying here if they go for hours and hours. Gordon has said that it's not gonna pass 45 minutes. We'll see. We'll see what happens. These guys are top of the elite grapplers in the world, and they have a very popular rivalry going on. The press conference was filled with trash talking. Felipe Pena apparently mentioned that Gordon Ryan's hands were shaking and that he's nervous. That Felipe has claimed that he's better than Gordon in every aspect of the game, and we'll see tonight. It's going to be fire. Unknown user on Facebook. Of course, my brother. Just in case, guys, I'm just gonna mention it here. I'm not gonna show the fights. I can't. I'll be pulled off YouTube or get a copyright strike. So I'm just gonna be commenting, okay? And just watching the fights and doing like a play-by-play and reacting to the fights. I'm not really gonna be showing the fights. If you wanna watch the fights, it's very simple. Just go to Flow Grappling, pay your money, your subscription. It's worth it, right? Especially if you're a Jiu-Jitsu guy. There is a lot of matches to watch. Abu Dhabi from 10 years ago. You can watch Gordon Ryan when he was a up and comer. I remember that event, EBI, where he just surprised everybody. Nobody knew who he was, and became what he's now, the best grappler. And so also we probably gonna have here a guest, my brother Jay. Jay, can you hear me? Let me see. I don't understand this. We'll probably have Jay coming and joining us. The first fight, it's about to start. This is the fight between let me see, Diego Reyes versus Stefan Martinez at 145 pounds. They are about to start the fight, and we're gonna be commenting. All right, but we're looking forward to the Gordon Ryan, actually.
What's up?
What's up, Jay? How's it going, brother?
Feels good to finally renew my Flow subscription.
You did it, huh? Man, I was just telling everybody that it's worth it, because you have so many good events that they put out, and also you can go back to the library of matches that they have there, and it's just unbelievable content. And I will recommend, especially if you're a Jiu-Jitsu guys, and also you support,
Yeah.
Why are you gonna like pirate it, right? Or you wait until it's available for free in YouTube. You can also do that.
I think
Hermano,
go ahead.
tell me.
I think that the support that us as practitioners give the elite athletes is what will continue to put it on the map. So it's worth it, man. It's worth it to fund the cause,
I agree 100%. How was your Sunday today?
It was good, hermano. Very active, really good. I finally just got to wind down right now and relax. And
Same. I'm actually happy that it's this late, because the kids are in bed, baby is sleeping, and my wife is upstairs just watching a movie. Are you watching the fights right now? The
I
Diogo
am.
race
Yeah,
just started.
the first one just started. Yeah. Mika
Yeah,
Galvao's teammate. Is this Mika Galvao's teammate?
I think so. I think so. They have this guy and also Fabricio and Dre as part of the. I forgot the name of the team. Pedigo? No, no, that's the Easy
Fight.
Fresh.
There's Fight Sports and there's ZR Team.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it's Mika Galvao's dad is
Oh,
the head instructor of this team.
who's Mika Galvao's dad?
Apparently, a black belt that got Mika involved in jiu-jitsu since early age.
Do you know his lineage by any chance?
No, have not.
I'm curious.
I don't know his lineage. But in Brazil, man, the lineage is so
Deep. Yeah,
rich,
you're right.
so
Yeah.
deep that sometimes they don't even themselves don't even know where their lineage come from.
True.
Man, did you hear the news this morning about
Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace, Leandro Lo, man.
rest in peace, Leandro Lo. Man, I was reading details of the incident. Actually, let's take a look. What do you think? Let's take a look at.
Twitter.
Let's look at this article about Leandro Lo. The suspect is a police officer. So let me pull this up. Here we go. It says Enrique Otavio Oliveira Veloso, a police officer, has been named as the suspect in the murder of BJJ world champion Leandro Lo. Lo was shot in the head during a concert in Sao Paulo, Brazil on early Sunday morning. Lo was declared brain dead at the Dr. Arthur Ribeiro de Savoia Hospital on arrival. As per the police report, police officer Enrique Otavio Oliveira Veloso is a suspect in the investigation of Lo's murder. Report states that witnesses said Veloso grabbed a bottle from Lo's table and the two got into a scuffle. After they were separated, Veloso got back to his feet, pulled a gun, and shot at the jiu-jitsu fighter's forehead. So point blank, just shot him, man. Enrique Otavio Oliveira works as a police officer for Policía Militar do Estado de Sao Paulo. Ironically, he's also a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Man. Lo founded the new school NS Brotherhood Squad in 2015. The only 33 years old, Leandro Lo won all major BJJ competitions, Pan American Games, the World Cup, Brazilian National Jiu-Jitsu Championships. Leandro Lo is a BJJ legend, having won 8 IBJJF. Man, that's a lot, man. 8 IBJJF World Championships since 2012. In California, earlier this year, he won the gold medal in the light heavyweight division. The Brazilian legend defeated opponents like Gordon Ryan, Andre Galvao, Gilbert Burns, Roberto Satoshi, Augusto Mendes, Felipe Pena, Alan Belcher, David Ramos, and Dylan Dennis. The attacker, an off-duty policeman, has been arrested. Man, so sad to see.
So like over a dispute in a concert.
Yeah, apparently, they were in a concert, probably alcohol it was there, and apparently this guy provoked Leandro first, grabbing a bottle from his table, and the whole thing happened, and this guy had a gun and just shot him. It's terrible news.
Tragic, man.
Matt Augustine, rest in peace, Lo. Cool, guys. And this is the thing is, like, whenever you get in altercations, the best fight is the one that you can avoid, don't you think?
I agree, hermano. Especially like when if it's something so trivial as somebody grabbing a bottle off my table, if I'm not being physically harmed, I think I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna walk away, or at a bare minimum, remove myself from the situation. You know.
Because apparently Leandro was took him down and was on top of the guy, so he had control of him, but he just let him come up. Like, are we done? I think I read somewhere that he said, "Are we done?" He got up, Leandro Lo, and then the guy got up too, and he had a gun. So these things can happen, Guys can have guns, knives. So walk away. It's a very only when it's like your life is on the line. Maybe you can use jiu-jitsu, and always street situation. The awareness of weapons is very important to keep in mind. If you absolutely necessary have to use jiu-jitsu in the streets. Anyway, what is it so dark in your house, man?
Is it dark? Do you need some more lighting?
Yes, man. It looks
Hold on, let me put some more lighting.
little light.
Put some more here.
It's all right. So right now we have Diogo Reyes. Apparently he's dominating the fight. He's knee cutting Stefan Martinez. Going for a leg entanglement at this point. Man, they're wearing this. That looks better, hermano.
Is that better, the lighting?
Yes.
Good. Okay.
It says Baby Shark on the back. They're wearing the Brazilian
Soccer team?
Soccer team jersey. They are very active this match. They're just going for legs. Oh, Diego is about to take the back.
Featherweight?
Are we? What's that? This is 145 lightweights. Lightweights always move fast.
Oh.
Are we? Do you know if we are live on? I think we are, because I just saw a couple of comments coming in.
On Facebook?
Facebook and YouTube. We're live on Facebook and YouTube.
Define live. Yeah, we're live.
We are. Cool. You guys, if you guys have any comments, questions, what's your favorite match between what's your favorite match of Leandro Lo? How do you remember Leandro Lo? I remember his match with Kron Gracie. He lost that match, but he was just coming in the scene, and Kron was a little more established. That was a good match, and then after that he was just beating everybody.
I thought I saw him in a gi match against Braulio Estimo at some point in time. Braulio beat him, but Leandro was smaller.
Yeah, he got bigger, I think, later on. It started like a lighter, and then he got bigger. So, who do you have for tonight between Pena? Man, this match is so. Do you remember any match that has created so much of expectations? I remember the Metamoris Holler Gracie versus Eddie Bravo 2 back in, I don't remember what year was it, but everybody wanted to watch that match, right? Was supposed to be Holler Gracie's chance to redeem himself from the first match where Eddie Bravo caught him with a triangle and shocked the jiu-jitsu community. And then the other match I remember that everybody wanted to watch was Buchecha versus Roger number 2.
Oh, man, that was such a good fight.
That was an awesome fight. Everybody was like tuning in to see what happened, and Roger choked Buchecha, took his back. The first match was almost more even. Actually, I think the first match, Buchecha got Roger in an armbar.
He escaped.
Very deep. He escaped. Who knows, because the arm was super hyperextended, and Roger just kept turning and got out like at the last second. Speaking of armbar, I remember the last person besides Felipe Pena who almost stopped Gordon was Craig Jones with an armbar. Do you remember that match?
It was an overtime, right? Was it overtime?
It was an overtime EBI where you start on the guy's back, and then Craig Jones pinned for the armbar, and almost, I think he might have cracked the submission, and I think he might pop Gordon's elbow, but Gordon escaped that one. That was super close. I think that and the Felipe Pena submission over Gordon, and after that, nobody has come close to submit Gordon. Who do you have for?
He sounded significantly different. Like, do you remember his post fight interview? Like back in, I think it was 2016. His voice even sounded different. Like if he was a little kid versus now, you know?
Right. And that's what he's saying. Like when he fought Felipe Pena, he was still kind of developing. You know, he was even lighter than him. I think they weigh for today's match. They weigh almost the same weight. Man, they're big. They're at 227, 228. They're big guys, man.
Like were they like 6'3", 6'4", both of them?
Yeah, tall, strong, heavy, technical. This is scary that there are human beings like that. Arte Suave, how's it going, brother? He's saying the Gordon and Buchecha was a match that he remember having a lot of anticipation. Yep, the first one was good. Yes, we remember when Buchecha almost caught him in an armbar. That was Metamoris. And the match ended up in a draw because there was no points. Remember? It was just submission.
Yeah, man. Amazing. Those guys, they're big too, and they're big and strong too. I think Buchecha is actually bigger than Gordon Ryan, isn't he?
Buchecha could be. I don't have exactly the weight for Buchecha. Buchecha is now doing MMA.
He's won. He's like 3-0, huh?
Yeah. He's winning over I think it's one championship.
Like he's submitting all of them. I think he's like choking all of them.
Yes. I mean, you know what happened to elite grapplers when they go to MMA? Their first fights, they're Jiu-Jitsu. Oh, this guy Diego Reyes has a deep head and arm triangle.
Oh yeah.
Head and arm choke. He might tap him.
Yep. He's got
steep. You see? Are we synchronized?
Oh yeah.
Are you seeing the same thing I'm seeing?
Yeah, it's kind of a delay, but yeah, I see it now. Oh yeah, it looks like it.
It's a deep head and arm. Oh no, he's out. He's answering the phone. Out. He's out.
He's still fighting.
No, in my stream, he's out. You still got it fighting? You forward it. Because otherwise I'm going to be a little more ahead of you.
We're going to be like, you're going to be in the future? No, he got out.
No, but on my TV, he got out first.
Let me see if I can forward it.
Arte Suave is saying that Buchecha and Leandro Lo were really good friends. Yes, there are footage of them training. Leandro Lo and Buchecha. Muhammad Ormonov, how's it going, brother? What's that flag from? What country are you from, brother? Anyway, welcome. We're here with Jay Lopez, waiting for this match between Gordon Ryan and Leandro Lo. Leandro Lo, I'm sorry, what am I talking? We were just with... And Felipe Pena. Leandro Lo passed away this morning. Oh, armbar.
What?
Deep armbar.
How come I can't?
Out. Time ran out. Time ran out. Why are you in the
I'm like
past?
2 seconds behind you.
Why is that? You know what I should do? I should put the title of whoever match we're watching. I'll do that for the next one. So, guys, we're watching the preliminary fights of this event. Um, you can watch this free on YouTube. I'm actually just here on my phone watching in YouTube. If you want to watch the Gordon Ryan match, you should go to flowgrappling.com. You know what happened when I do this? There's always somebody who wants me to show the, the fights. Like, show the match. I'm like, bro, I cannot show it. The algorithm, man.
You're gonna get sued.
I get a strike. You know who's good at those? UFC, man. You put a little clip and then boom, copyright claim from the UFC. Damn.
Oh man.
If your channel is monetized, they monetize it. You cannot get, and or whatever money you get, it goes to UFC because you're using 10 seconds of a fight. It's crazy.
Like they garnish your wages.
Yes, man. My channel is monetized, by the way. By the way, if you guys want to support the channel, a super chat, a donation will be awesome. It'll go towards new equipment.
New equipment?
New equipment. So we enhance this podcast.
Do you
Also,
have like
I want to patch this wall behind me too. So, guys, come on.
You're like
Help us out.
This live stream is brought to you by like you just start.
Sponsored by who? The Basics Jiu-Jitsu.
Mm.
You guys, hermano, do you think Gordon Ryan will beat Felipe Pena, and how?
I think he's gonna beat him by probably rear naked choke. I don't think he's gonna be able to do the pressure he did like on Pedro Marino. I don't
Felipe has beat him twice though, so why are you saying that Gordon will beat him this time?
I think that he's figured out the guard passing game too well to not pass him. He's passed some really good guard retainers. Kyle Bame was a really good guard retainer, real long, stringy guy.
Big guy, I remember.
Yeah, he passed his guard like nothing. He beat him.
Caught him with an armbar or triangle
He
or
beat
a
him.
mix?
I think he beat him like it was like a hybrid triangle armbar.
Yeah, I remember that match. Yes.
Yeah, it was just. He's just in a class of his own. You know. I don't think it's going to be as easy as people. I don't think it's going to be as easy as Gordon says it is. But I think he's gonna beat him. I think he'll beat him.
I do think Gordon Ryan will beat Felipe Pena, and I'm based on the fact that I haven't seen, like, after he lost to Andre Galvao in Abu Dhabi 2019, and then you haven't seen him fighting too much. Whereas Gordon, well, he retired for a little bit because his stomach issues, but he seems to just get better and better and better and make these guys look like even Wagner Rocha. He just dominated him, man. He called out the submission. He put the submission in an envelope, Gordon Ryan.
Yeah.
It was a triangle, I think it was, right?
Yeah.
And tap him with a triangle. He could have tapped him with a choke or something else, but he just said, okay, I want to tap him with a triangle. So he went for the triangle. And Felipe Pena just had a match with Wagner Rocha like a couple of months ago, and it was pretty even.
Yeah, he gave him a time. Wagner Rocha was giving him a hard time.
They went to overtime. So of course, in fights, you always say that jiu-jitsu mat or MMA mat doesn't work Like it doesn't really mean that because Gordon beat Wagner and Wagner beat Felipe, then Gordon beats Felipe. Doesn't correlate, but
Right.
it gives you an idea of how dominating Gordon has become. So based on that fact that I see more evolution on Gordon, I will go and say and predict that Gordon will take this one. I don't know if it's gonna be super dominating as the Pedro Marino fight, but I do think Gordon will take this one. I think the last two fights, Gordon went for leg locks, and Felipe took advantage of that scramble and took Gordon's back, and then on the first match finish him, and on the second match just scored enough points. But if Gordon is careful enough not to, if he goes for the leg locks, not to expose his back, which Felipe is master of somehow getting in there, I think he has a good chance.
I agree.
Arte Suave. Gordon's passing is much better now. 100%. 100%. Gordon.
It's like he's evolved. He's evolved. Like
he's evolving, right. Like you see him getting better and better, and just running through these guys like if they are white belts. Like the match with Couch, even Couch is a great grappler, man. He submitted with pressure. He didn't even go for the armbar, and Couch tap out.
Chest to chest pressure.
It was more like he was spinning for the armbar. Like he switched to the S mount, and then Couch was just like, "Okay, get off me, dude." This next match is Fabricio Andre versus Fabian Ramirez. Let me.
He was wearing like a captain hat. Did you see that? Like a ship captain.
Oh yeah. Man, these guys coming from Brazil they look so strong, man. Like Mika Galvao and this guy, Fabricio Andre. Have you seen these guys' arms?
No.
Jeez, man.
He just curls and trains. Like, oh yeah, look at. Wow.
Then compared to this guy Ramirez, they look so physically stronger. Anyway, so let me see how I try to do something here. I'm gonna write the matches that we are watching.
Like the competitors.
Yes, let me figure this out. Let me check this out. Where is this overlays? Text. Fabricio Andre versus Fabian Ramirez. This guy, Shy Fly, is called PEDs. They help a lot. That's so funny. Speaking of Felipe Pena, he actually got stripped of a title because he got caught using some kind of prohibited substance. And I think nobody wants to talk about it too much, but yes, I think it's not regulated, the use of steroids. Fabricio Andre versus Fabian Ramirez coming up. Somebody asked, what time will Gordon be fighting? And what time is it? It's almost 10. Would you say like maybe in an hour, maybe?
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty close. Yeah. Because these
Yeah,
matches are
because
what?
this is just the second match. These matches are, what, 15 minutes?
Oh, 15. Okay. Okay. I didn't know they were that long.
Fabricio Andre, yeah, 15 minutes versus Fabian Ramirez. We're watching right now. There we go. Look at this. See this?
Let me switch to this view. Oh, that view's better.
These guys all are going to be in Abu Dhabi. They all qualify to Abu Dhabi. Man, this somebody was showing me this category where this guy Fabricio Andres is stacked, man. I think Gary Tonnen is there, and oh man, nice takedown by Andre. It's like a foot sweep. And Fabian Ramirez is up. They are up again wrestling. Christian, how's it going, brother? Christian in the house. Watching the fights. Are you watching, Christian? Awesome. He do you think Gordon is in his prime?
Yes.
Somebody saying that he will. They and Artesoy believes that Gordon is not even in his prime yet.
I think he's, if he's not, man, I'm impressed. He's the way he makes people like world champions look like amateurs. This year's ADCC will be incredible to see where he, as far as how far he's evolved from just the last.
Yes. By the way, you guys, I'm gonna be commenting that match, the super fight between Gordon versus Andre Galvao. That's another one that everybody's gonna be. I think they sold out those tickets for the Abu Dhabi. Fabrice Andre is on the back. Oh man, I think this match is gonna be over soon. Fabricio Andre is on Fabian Ramirez back, and it's gonna be tough to escape this guy's control. Fabian Ramirez just trying to escape, just trying to put his back on the ground and try to spin into him. And Andre is still on his back. He's still on his back. Man, it's gonna be hard to get out of this position. Oh, out! He's out! Fabian Ramirez escape. The back mount control. How old is Gordon? They ask. Gordon, can you check that out?
Yes, I'll check. Fact check.
Fact check. I think Gordon must be 25, maybe more. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
25, 26.
26, something like that. I'd be surprised if he's 28,
27.
29.
27.
27. 27. So he still has... He's actually in his prime. And he probably be dominant for a few more years to come, you know. Like 35 even. I can see him fighting. There is fighters at 40.
Like Cyborg?
Like Cyborg. Cyborg is 40.
Cyborg's in his 40s?
Yeah, probably. Yes.
That guy's, he's always been good too. He's always been...
Yeah, 100%. So it'll be a while to see somebody that can beat Gordon, I think.
Orlando Sanchez.
We'll see. Oh, man. Fabricio Andre just hip tossed this guy, feet up in the air, came down crashing. Oh, Americana from side mount. You don't see this submission very often. This is like white belt submission. Fabricio Andre going for Americana from side mount. This is crazy. He's out. This guy's a monster, man. Hermano, you have your laptop there? Or phone? Or...
Yes.
Check the division Abu Dhabi, the bracket of What's the weight of this
55
guy?
kilos? 55 kilos?
145 pounds. I don't know what's that in kilos.
Let me check.
Fabricio Andre is on Fabian Ramirez back once again. He's just controlling this match the entire time, and they're up again. Very slippery, Fabian. He's getting out of the positions. Other matches in this event tonight: Marigalli versus Rafael Lovato. I'm gonna go with
I'm sorry, Hermano, go ahead.
Andre.
Fabricio Andre is in the 66 kilo.
Cool. Can you check who else is in there?
Bro, so the name that sticks out to me is Colabate.
Colabate. Wow.
Gabriel Sousa. Gio Martinez. AJ Agrazam.
AJ
Gary
Agrazam.
I'll say the entire bracket. You probably know.
Yes.
Ashley Williams, Sam McNally, Cole Abate, Keith Precorian, Diego Reyes, Fabricio Andre, Jeremy Skinner, Kindy Maciel, Gabriel Sousa, Ethan Krellingston, Gio Martinez, Diego Pato, Ruan Alvarenga, AJ Agrazam, Josh Cisneros, and Gary Tonin.
Man, very stacked division, that one. They're wrestling Fabricio Andre versus Fabian Ramirez. You guys can watch these matches for free in YouTube, in the Flow Grappling YouTube channel. For the main event, you'll have to get a subscription in Flow. Oh man, Fabricio Andre already on the back once again. This is like the third time he's taking Ramirez back. Ramirez going for a leg lock. Ramirez got a heel hook. Out. Fabricio Andre is out. Man, look deep for a second. He might surprise him with one of those leg locks, man. Next up, we have Jay Rodriguez versus Jacob Couch. That's gonna be a good one.
Man,
Beatrice Mesquita versus Elisabeth Clay. Mika Galvao versus Alan Sanchez. Nicolas Marigalli versus Rafael Lovato, also in this event. I think Rafael Lovato, I'm gonna go with Marigalli on this one because he's younger, and Rafael Lovato seems that older, although experience counts, but I don't know, I tend to think like he's past his prime, and actually Marigalli might be on his prime. So, but we'll see, right? Who do you think between Marigalli and Lovato?
Definitely Marigalli. Marigalli, for if they were fighting in the gi, I'd say 100% Marigalli, but I think Marigalli will beat him. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Marigalli actually announced he's not competing in the gi anymore, or at least not at BGF. He's just going to do these big events. I think there's more money, you know, Abu Dhabi.
I think so, yeah.
These events, super fights, they get paid.
And he's been training with John Danaher.
Marigalli, yes. He's a partner with Gordon.
New Wave, I guess they're called New Wave Jiu-Jitsu. I didn't know that. I didn't know that their name was New Wave.
Yeah, it used to be Danaher Death Squad, remember? And then they went to Puerto Rico, and then they moved. No, then they separated. Then the B team separated, right? Craig Jones, Nicky Rod, and Nicky Ryan.
Right.
Man, I wonder what's the relationship between Gordon and his brother, because wouldn't you want to stay with your brother?
I think, yeah. I mean, I guess I think maybe he's like, I want to do my own thing. You know?
Kind of away from the shadow of his brother, right?
Yeah, I want to do my own
Yeah,
thing.
makes sense. Makes sense. Christian, chubby baby. That's what. That's what Felipe Pena called Gordon. He's my chubby baby. Man, that press conference was full of back and forth trash talking. Uh, I do think that Pena looked a little more composed and relaxed, right? And had good comebacks. Man, I think the element that Felipe might have is that he beat him twice. So psychologically, Gordon could go more conservative, or he probably, it's a lot about the psychological aspect, right?
Yeah, I
Of walking
agree.
in versus somebody who already beat you twice. Like, how can that affect you? Um, so maybe he can get on the upper hand there, Pena. But Gordon's confidence too, man. Gordon walks in like he's about to destroy these guys. Sam, saludos, Profesor Moreno. Sam, greetings from Greasy Jiu-Jitsu East Orlando. How's it going, my friends? Saludos. Sam from East Orlando. Sam, do you have? I think there is a Greasy Jiu-Jitsu school in Orlando, run by a friend of mine. He came visit. Forgot his name. I'll look
I
it
know who you're
up.
talking about. I can't remember. Yeah, yeah. He tested with you. He did a test. He did a test with you, didn't he?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, what's his name, man? Nice guy.
Very nice guy.
Oh,
Question from Arte Suave. Who do you guys think is gonna win between Andre and Gordon? You know what? A lot of that can be answered tonight after the Pena fight. If Gordon completely dominate uh, Felipe tonight, I think I don't think Andre has a chance, because the fight between Andre and Felipe was so even, right? I think, how did Andre won that match? Like, I think a takedown or something, like super close, right? Very strategic match, and I think if Gordon beats Felipe tonight in a kind of easy fashion, um, I will give it to Gordon. If somehow Felipe exposed Gordon, Gordon will go into the match with Galvao a little bit, his confidence shaking a little bit. It's James Beher.
that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, hey, say hi to my brother James. He's a cool guy, man. It's always good vibe, positive person. Probably anytime you guys go to Orlando, visit Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Orlando. Awesome people there. You want to surrender yourself with people that is just bring positivity. You don't want to be with people who's always like complaining and just talking
Trash
about
talkers.
trash talk. Trash talkers can be funny, especially, you know what, they were saying that Felipe and Gordon are actually like kind of friends. They kind of message each other. You never know what's happening. Like,
Behind the
they're
scenes.
actually friends, and then in public they actually just put a persona just to build a fight. Who knows?
Man, this guy's passing. Fabricio Andres passing Fabian Ramirez's guard like nothing. Did you
Oh
watch that?
man, Fabrice is is a machine passing guards, man. It's 40 seconds left. Yeah, he's just so much power from Fabricio Andre. But this giving credit to Fabian. He did not tap. He's about to lose the match here. 20 seconds left. And
he's gonna try to grab a leg.
Abu Dhabi is next month, right? The Abu Dhabi is next month.
Already.
You guys, I'm gonna be here watching that match between Gordon Ryan and Andre Galvao. It's so interesting that Gordon signed up for 3 or for 2 matches that are kind of like high level, maybe in preparation for Abu Dhabi, but like the Pedro Marinho fight that was recently, like 3 weeks ago, and then tonight with Felipe Pena, and next month with Galvao. And Galvao, is he fighting? How is he preparing? How is he gonna?
Yeah.
Right, man. I mean, I guess
sure
he's training hard.
I'm sure he's doing something, but I mean, I guess he's more. He doesn't really post. Like.
Man, they're just replaying that hip toss from Fabricio Andre. Man, send the guy flying. And then the heel hook was close.
Man, he almost had it. Looks like he almost had it.
Yeah, he had it. The Fabricio was like.
Oh man, you can see his knee twisting, like the torque on his knee.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man, he had all kind of ankle picks, foot sweeps, hip tosses. The guy's incredible. Fabricio Andre, one of the new up and comers.
That's on Mika Galvao's team, right? Mika.
Yes. Mika Galvao's team. The judge's decision goes to. It's gotta go to Fabricio. Which fights are gonna go to the main event? It's official. Fabricio Andre beat Fabian Ramirez by decision. He did not submit him, but he really dominated the match. Those Brazil rash guards are cool. Yep. They look super cool. Well, they are the soccer team, right? But they made it into a rash guard. They are the Brazilian soccer team jerseys made into rash guards.
Oh, these guys are fight sports. Like that's Cyborg and Wagner Hosha, right?
Really?
I think fight sports, right? Fight sports is Cyborg, huh?
Yeah, that's maybe here in the United States. They come probably and they train with them, but in Brazil they are their own team.
Oh, they got their.
I think.
Man, the announcer Kendall, she looks pretty big too, man. She's like.
Oh tall. Yeah, right. Super tall. She actually is a good fighter.
Yeah, her last fight, she lost to Elisabeth Clay. It wasn't her last fight, but I saw Elisabeth Clay beat her. Arm lock. I think it was arm lock.
Yeah, she's fighting tonight, right? Elisabeth Clay.
Elisabeth Clay, yeah. She's good, man.
But yeah, so she's trained. She trained since she was a little kid. I think she just trained Jiu-Jitsu since forever, all her life.
Since she's inside her mommy.
These guys' arms are jacked. Bro, what are they doing? Dang. I bet it's all natural. You guys are just jealous.
Bunch of haters.
Haters. Somebody's asking to turn the flow commentary up. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Last time they had some music in there, and then it messed up because YouTube came back and strike copyright claim because there was some music in the background. Like if I have music in the background right now and it's like, you know, from like somebody, right?
Like man, like you're like a UFC YouTube felon. Like they're like, man, that Marco Moreno, he's got like 6 strikes.
YouTube comes back like saying, hey, copyright strike because you had music. Dang.
Gosh.
Jay Rodriguez versus Jacob Couch coming up.
Tonight's event is sponsored by Swain Mats by Dolomir, the official mat of Flow Grappling. Swain hybrid mats utilize a revolutionary, low-profile titanium.
This is a good one. Yes.
Surface.
This is gonna be a good one.
This event is presented by Fat Tire, America's first certified carbon-neutral beer.
Coming up, Jay Rodriguez versus Jacob Couch. Man, that guy is awesome.
Daisy Fresh versus B Team.
Yes. Jay Rodriguez, the younger brother of Nick Rodriguez.
Jacob Couch just recently lost to Gordon Ryan, huh? Gordon Ryan beat Jacob Couch recently, huh?
Yes, he tapped him too.
This.
Well, it was supposed to be Nicky Ryan versus Jacob Couch, remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. And
Nicky Ryan got hurt, and then Gordon stepped in.
Yeah, because he's much bigger. He's much bigger than Couch.
Yeah, 100%. Man, Nicky Ryan is not going to Abu Dhabi. I think also by injuries. He gets hurt a lot. I think his knee is always getting hurt. I remember an interview of Nicky Ryan saying, yeah, I hurt my knee. Well, it's not the one that I already had a surgery on. It's the other one, man. Getting hurt. That's what happened when you train at the highest level.
All these leg locks.
Leg locks too. But you know, it's like, you see that match between Nicky Ryan and Keenan Cornelius in YouTube?
No.
It's just Nicky Ryan dominated Keenan Cornelius, man. He took him down several times, mounted, side mount. Keenan escaped, but man, the level of Nicky Ryan was unbelievable.
He's gotten bigger too, huh?
He's gotten bigger, yeah. Used to be little guy. Bradford Smith, Daisy Fresh white belt came into our gym recently and was unbelievably good. Yes, those guys, I think they sleep in that school, right?
Have you seen their mats? Have you been able to see the mats in their school?
I think they have moved now.
Oh, they moved. Okay.
They just moved to actually a decent kind of location.
And yeah, that's gonna be the story for tomorrow.
I think Felipe is the only guy who beat Gordon twice.
Yeah, those guys are good though, man.
Of course, Gordon is on a whole nother vibe now. He's I think on his prime, on his best shape, and his best technical way.
Mika Galvao talking about Gordon Ryan.
It can be like
Wrestle-jitsu. Do you think that's called wrestle-jitsu?
On that night, it's not gonna be about technical. It's not gonna be about physical. I think it's gonna be about mentally, spiritually. I think that those two factors are gonna decide who wants more.
Mika Galvao says it can go either way.
Who's gonna be able to overcome their old demons to go.
According to Mika Galvao, it's gonna be more the mental game.
Crazy. Like, okay, on this side of it, because I'm a competitor.
Hermano, you turn down your volume.
Sorry.
So it's just my side, so it doesn't.
I'm just watching.
And whether or not that was like, you know,
if you have
a version of Gordon that wasn't exactly as big
earphones,
as he is now, like whatever.
So I don't want to turn it up.
Those 2 wins, like I feel like.
It interferes with
somebody's mentality, whether they want to show
commentary.
it or not.
Right, I'm gonna turn up my volume.
To see that, I wonder if Felipe's confidence is real or if he's just putting on a show. And
they're asking fighters about what they think about
So
Uh,
I wish I could just say like, oh, it's Gordon, 100%.
wait.
I wish I could,
Let me see
but
something.
I mean, Lovato being one of the first to with like great competitors, I think that might be one
Oh,
of the
wait.
factors.
What am I doing?
No matter what
I
happens,
think go
I
back
think
to
that
flow.
everyone is gonna
Go
be
back to flow
really,
grappling.
really
Amigo.
entertained and really pleased to see
Yes.
How about you, Trey? No time limit.
I was in another video.
Gordon Ryan versus Felipe Pena. What are you thinking about this one?
Man, this is what I gotta say about that. That's exciting stuff. Put the
Oh
kids-
wait, the
The main card. The main card.
the prelims. Oh shoot! I need to move to flow. I was wondering.
Yeah, that's why I was on a delay with you, because I was watching everything on Flow, but
I was in
switched
YouTube.
back- Right. I switched from YouTube back to Flow now.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go to.
That,
Oh, the match already
this is
started.
one of those
Yeah,
matches
he
that
full
you
guard.
would definitely
Jeez.
see
Full guard.
style versus style. Because
There are 40 seconds in. Jacob Couch just full guard on J Rod.
Yes.
to attack from.
Awesome, guys. We're watching. This is gonna be a very exciting match.
That leg lock game. He's had some of his most significant
Jacob
victories
Couch
come by leg lock, although
just full guard.
number one, he has
J
also
Rod
won by
is
arm
on top
body attack against Hunter Colvin
in a half butterfly guard.
October of 2021 from a very similar position to what we see now. Very good shoulder crunch, kind of going high at the legs.
Now it's full close guard.
J-Rod.
Jacob Couch
J-Rod.
has a full close guard on J
Good full
Rod.
guard, man.
So
Because
good at this
J-Rod's
body lock
wrestling,
passing
huh?
style. They just shut that
Makes
down.
sense, yeah. Yeah, wrestler.
Miserable,
like
right?
his
The
brother.
hands clasped beneath the back and spine of Jacob
Yeah,
Couch.
J-Rod's amazing
It makes
wrestler.
things kind of uncomfortable. We see Jacob thinking a little bit about a guillotine there, but another thing about
Jacob
J-Rod
Couch
is
kind of
that
attempting a
he
guillotine
really
from the
has
close
multiple
guard.
punches. He will not tap to anything. You've seen that many times over.
Jay Rodriguez
Getting a little
standing
comfortable
up
here.
from the
Jacob starts
close
looking
guard,
at that neck a little more closely. I think
escaping a guillotine attempt.
showing his intentions early here as he keeps Rodriguez stuck in that powerful close guard.
And I think it's actually smart strategy from Couch. to
You guys,
give
go to
Rodriguez
Flow Grappling
one thing that Rodriguez has done is
and
into
tune in.
the grappling game.
There are
Just, I think, less
this
than 2
match
years
and then a
ago,
couple
really
more,
into, like, full-time
and then we'll
grappling
see the
experience.
match between
And, much like his
Gordon
brother,
Ryan
he had
and Felipe
a
Pena.
wrestling background, but not to any particular
Hermano,
level, you know, both
what
of
time
them
you have to wake up tomorrow?
wrestled in college, really. They're just high school wrestlers.
I'll get up
Wake
at
up.
about.
Take that energy
I'll get up
and
at about
incorporate
4,
and apply it in the
5,
grappling
4?
so well.
Ah, dang.
From J-Rod, that
What time do you have to be at work?
He has that youthful energy, explosiveness,
I'd be there
coupled
by
with that kind of those
5,
wrestling
5:30,
instincts in the grappling arena.
Oh
He
no! So are you gonna stay until?
is. And
Oh yeah, man.
Couch being very
I'm
smart
gonna
in
watch
tying
that
him
final
up and
match.
trying not
Heck
to
It's
yeah.
a no time limit match.
does. It could be a bad day.
just go direct from for work.
Like if
From
I fall
here to
asleep,
work.
like just black out my
Jacob
screen if I
Rodriguez
fall
has had a
asleep.
total of 8.
Yeah, they can easily go 3-4 hours, man.
Oh, easily, yeah. I don't know if they're gonna go that long, man. They're heavyweights.
15-minute decision loss.
Yeah, they don't last too long, huh?
Fight of the year contender.
I remember that match between Gordon and Keenan Cornelius. It was also no time limit, and it was about an hour, 40 minutes, something like that.
It's good to see these emerging professionals.
Oh,
All right,
going
Jacob
for-
Couch attempting a Kimura. I think we're synchronized now.
I think we're back on track here. Yeah, we're the same.
Cool.
From Couch. He's got a decent connection to that arm.
Jacob Couch attempting a Kimura. It seems locked.
A little hard to say, but the primary
It's
battle for
locked.
Couch has been to separate this body.
J Rod holding inside his inner thigh.
A little more control.
That defense of Kimura when you hold your inner thigh.
J-Rod is unable to really get anything going.
I don't want to predict this match. It's gonna be so even. Jacob is really going for that Kimura. He's trying to crank it, pull the arm out. But you know, it's like if he doesn't get it, also he's great. He's rolling him with a Kimura.
Reverses position now into the
He's
back.
on top.
There's a decent crank on that arm.
He's unmounted with a Kimura still
So
locked.
he swept J-Rod now. He's in the control position, but that submission attack is potentially still active.
100%. J-Rod is certainly not out of danger here. This is a tough spot
Jacob
to be
Couch
in. With Couch applying all of his weight now. Also applying what looks to be a body
is
triangle.
on the mount
This is very
with a Kimura locked in.
Yeah, this is a tough position to get out of because should J-Rod try to hip bump and escape, it could give Couch the space he needs to get. Oh, we make a submission here. He had full extension on that arm.
Dang, the arm is super extended with a Kimura, but from the mount, the Kimura is kind of hard to finish, right?
Of course, the judges
very, very hard.
The Americana will be more favorable, but
this sweep into the mount of this active
even if he were on side mount, maybe had more leverage. But from mount, it's kind of uncomfortable. But he's going for it, man.
Moment when that arm got straightened out.
Yeah, the ground is blocking it. He's lucky the ground is there.
The rotation on the shoulder, he could get a straight arm lock attack against the elbow joint. It's a powerful attack position.
Jacob's got a lot of weapons here, right?
He's out. Out.
Oh, am I ahead?
Oh, you're a little ahead.
Taking the time to establish the control and work another attack.
We hear the crowd applauding because Jacob Rodriguez has managed to escape the submission attack and is now being pinned. Couch has the crossface and underhook control.
So Couch is now on top mount, and J-Rod is underneath with an arm isolated. It's a tough position
the fact that Couch has
to escape.
8 matches under who's number one rules. I'm wondering whether that experience was a factor going into this match here because he just looks so calm.
Craig Jones in the background coaching, huh? One of his most recent matches at WNO.
Is he there? Oh yeah, I see him with a hat.
On the reverse position we're looking at right now, and that was a lot of pressure on top, and it all revolved around separating the elbow from the hips or sides there for Jacob Rodriguez's position on bottom. It's a difficult position to maintain a solid defense, and Jacob has no problem. Jacob Couch has no problem just pouring the pressure on you and making things miserable because he's felt that very same sensation himself.
Yeah, Gordon Ryan really redefined what was possible in submission grappling with the use of the mount position. It was a kind of a position that fell out of favor in the grappling scene, I would say.
Jacob Couch on the mount, controlling J-Rod.
One of the greatest of all time, Roger Gracie. He used it in both gi and no gi.
It's cool to me to see the mount coming back.
Oh wow, yeah, you can do a lot from the mount.
Because it disappeared for a while.
Inspiration from that, including
but
Roger Gracie was a beast on like the mount, wasn't he?
Hodger was the best. Nobody escaped Hodger's mount.
Firsthand, just how effective that mount position could be.
It was like back in the day, Hickson will mount, and nobody will escape Hickson's mount, you know.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of like nobody used the mount. Now look, you have Jacob Couch really with a tight mount, and people see like what surprising to me that to hear people that say that, for example, the last Gordon Ryan match was boring because he was on the mount. Because it doesn't look like there's so much action, but to maintain that mount, it requires a lot of technical skills, man, and pressure, and just countering the escapes, and it's not easy to keep
pinning a multiple world champions like that. You know what I mean? Like nothing.
And even more, even harder is in nogi. Because it's so slippery, but in the gi will. Jacob Couch has a locked in head and arm triangle.
Now this is good work from Couch. He's going high.
Bro, why are you ahead?
Sorry, I won't.
No, maybe I need to do something. Wait.
Jacob Couch will have watched that match.
No, it's okay. It's so cool for me. You can tell everybody.
Really resilient under pressure.
So look, I'm at 551, 550, 49, 48, 47.
Yeah, I'm at 40, 39, 38, 37.
43, 42.
Like 8
We're at 5 seconds. 8 seconds?
No, I think, yeah, you're right. Like 5 or 6 seconds.
Oh, now we see him going for the arm triangle. He's managed to get that elbow very, very high now.
Yeah, this is looking better and better for Couch here on top. The choke maybe starting to
Cool
sink in
mount.
here as Couch starts to drop his hips, drop the pressure. Jacob doing his best to telephone defense here, but again, that may be tight.
J-Rod cannot escape the mount. His pin underneath.
Did not go his way.
His elbow is watching inside Couch thigh, but
it's really looking incredible right now.
Jacob Couch is looking definitely
unsuccessful to get out.
Going to get out. Second judge's favor.
I love to see a good technical mount athlete that just control, because to me this is such a basic position, but it takes a lot to master it. And it's a very advanced basics in a way, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like it's so overlooked, you know, it's such an overlooked.
He's looking to punch that left arm deeper to try and cut off the carotid artery on the side of the neck, and to use his head and to push the upper arm into the other side.
Everything he's trying to do on the body, he puts pressure in the right spot.
Comes from. You can see the effects of the pressure on the face of J-Rod, but it's not quite
that answer in the phone defense that J-Rod is doing, sometimes it works, but sometimes people stab you through that defense, man.
Man, the pressure, if there's enough pressure,
oh man,
like
so
they don't,
tight.
sometimes they don't even dismount on the head and arm triangle. They stay like
No, they finish on the mount. Yeah, they finish on the mount.
So good is because he trains daily with the likes of Craig Jones, Nicky Ryan, Ethan Kralenston, Davey.
I think turning on your side could be a better option.
Who's next champion? Isaac Michelle. All the killers that they've got there at the B team in Austin, Texas.
It's getting tighter, man.
His face is changing color.
So I feel that Rod here, J-Rod is able to survive, but that's just not enough. He needs to escape. He's got just over 3 minutes. He needs to escape. Otherwise, it's very clear which way this match is going to go.
Oh man!
I think J-Rod's moving with as much urgency as he can.
Oh, he's pushing the arm across.
Yeah.
Right now
Jacob Couch just pushed the answer in the phone defense to like across. Oh, he's back now. Trying to elbow escape on his right side. J-Rod.
Just less than 3 minutes left, and has to be very pleased with how it's going.
Who leads this fight? Jacob Couch is just dominating Jacob Rodriguez. Oh, they're both Jacobs. I just realized this. Because you always say J-Rod, right? J-Rod.
I think that's what they call him, J-Rod. I think.
Seems to be really struggling.
I don't think they put their nicknames there.
Now he almost feeds the arm all the way across, but J-Rod does well to get it back on the correct
Man, you
side.
know Felipe Pena? You know what Pregisa means?
No.
Lazy. His nickname is Lazy in Portuguese. Apparently he was very slow when he was training as a white belt, and his coach nicknamed Lazy or Pregisa.
Oh man, it doesn't look good.
But when you're on your side, I think has a better. Oh no.
His back flat to the mat. Thought he made transition.
He's trying to wedge.
You see that, so he can't free the hooks. That's good, man.
He's crossing the feet.
Yeah.
Impossible to submit Jacob Rodriguez from the back in that last match. So maybe Couch is like, no, I'm gonna stay here where I feel
like waterboarding him.
But look, if J-Rod escapes this, he's gonna. This guy has a gas tank for days, man.
Yeah.
Look, he's gonna go after Jacob Couch. Check this out. Alright, here we go. Where to watch for free?
Couch is going face first.
I don't know, guys.
Trying to combat the hand fighting there of
Oh, he's got the back, hermano.
Oh, even going for a little bit of a smother there across the face, hand across the mouth.
J-Rod just gave his back.
Body triangle on.
Jacob Couch has the back with a body triangle on J-Rod.
His back defense we know is incredible. That's what we saw a lot of in his match with Giancarlo.
But still, frying pan.
Can we see, please? Guys, I cannot show you the matches. Go to flowgrappling.com. I'll be
Banned.
I'll get it pulled out from YouTube or
Couch
Facebook,
have any
Get a
success.
strike.
or get
Position
a
right now,
claim,
because of the hand fighting is really
copyright
crucial here in
claim,
this
things
position.
like that. We're just watching, guys.
Right
We're
on
just
the
commenting.
now, right on the edge of bounds, and
You guys
back
support
into
the
this
community, support these events, and get your subscription at flowgrappling.com.
Couch is on top once again.
Man.
The clock will
Mount again.
down. Just seconds remaining.
Jacob Couch went from the back mount to mount. Time is up.
Be back in the
Wow.
official
That's
decision,
quick.
but I think it's clear we can call it right now. Jacob Couch
For some
definitely
reason, I
It's
felt
Nicky Ryan too. Nicky Ryan too.
I think the official decision is merely a formality in this case.
Dang.
One-sided match and a very strong performance from
I
Jacob
did
Couch.
not see that
Yeah, really outstanding work there from the Hillbilly Hammer. Let's
Totally
take a
playing
look
out
at
like
the
that.
best moments from
He's
that
like
match,
he's
as we saw
he's out
complete
in there when you
domination
totally
from the
neutralizes
Daisy
wrestling.
Fresh
Huh?
athlete here.
Yep,
Jacob
it
Couch
all
took the mat
it
here,
all
man, it was-
came from the
it was
guard to
relentless. I mean,
that
there's
that
nothing else to say.
Kimura.
Opened up with the guard pull, and then immediately
Mount.
started
When
chasing
he connected
the
that
neck.
Kimura,
Making things, you know, it was a little casual to start for J-Rod. He's very confident in his defense.
I really want to see this Kimura
and
here.
swept him,
We'll see
and
the
then
Kimura
was
attack
all
right here,
downhill
just ripped
from
it
there.
on. Absolutely
he did not let go of the
ragged
top
on that
control.
Kimura attack, swept Rodriguez with it.
Link,
Maintains
guys, I don't have a link.
just pure
Go to flowgrappling.com.
dominance from that moment on. Didn't give up
Guys,
anything. Was looking for
go
a
to
variety of attacks,
Flow.
including
Come
the
on.
I should put that banner.
at the top.
I should
It's
put a
worth
banner.
it, bro. It's worth
As we
it.
said, no real question at all as to who earned that victory. There is ADCC World Championships organizer Mo Jassem congratulating Couch at the corner. But now over to our announcer for the official decision.
That's the guy with the money.
That's ADCC.
After 15 minutes, the judges have made the decision.
After this, we're gonna have
Unanimous decision.
Pia Mesquita, Elisabeth Clay, and then Mika Galvao, Marigalli versus Lovato, and then Gordon Ryan. I will say another 45 minutes until
Yeah, absolutely
the Gordon Ryan fight.
dominant performance, really. Not much more you can
Jacob
say.
Couch, man.
Just one-sided
Good for him.
Other than the fact that I would also describe it as somewhat surprising.
Nice guy.
Yeah, Jacob Couch.
The
like-
hillbilly
He
hammer.
only weighed in,
I think it was a
he only
leg
weighed in
locker.
at 184
Zero leg
pounds.
lock attacks in
He
that
fought
matchup.
Gordon Ryan at like
Top game domination.
225.
Well done to the Hillbilly.
Yeah, because remember that he was gonna fight Nicky Ryan,
We'll pass it over to Kendall Rusing
Man.
for a conversation with our winner. We're very happy.
and then Gordon said, "I'll show up," and then Jacob is like, "Okay." Imagine. Well, you're preparing for the little brother, and then the big brother shows up. Paying membership is nuts. Come on, bro. You can do it.
Tell us a little bit about your career, what your
All right,
thoughts are, and what's
I'll,
next.
I'll break it down for him. Hold on.
Okay, all right. Okay.
How much is this membership? I don't even know.
It's so divided by 12.
Oh, shit.
Hermano, so check this out. If you pay
What?
all up front,
You know,
if
West
you
Coast,
pay all
I
up
was
front,
the number one
it's
seed going in,
$12 a month.
and
$12 a month.
But you
A
have to
month.
pay, you have to pay it all up front though. Instead of paying $29 a month, month to month, it's worth it, man.
Didn't have the best performance, and it absolutely
100%, man. $12 a month. That's nothing.
Not winning that trials 'cause
You how much you spend in coffee?
you know, do it
Like how much is a coffee?
more for them myself.
It's
$2,
like
$3,
And,
$5.
Yeah.
So having
In-
experience like
Stop
that,
drinking
um,
3 days, and then you have your subscription. Just kidding. Who was that? Is Miles there? I think I just heard Miles.
I'm able to come out and have
Yeah,
a
he's
performance like
barking.
that against
Yeah.
a caliber athlete of someone like J-Rod is
How much longer until main event? There are 3 more fights and then the main event. So every fight is 15 minutes. If they all go to the to the 15 minutes, then another 45 minutes. So around 11, 15, we might have the Gordon Ryan and Felipe Pena match. Unless there is a quick submission in one of these matches, and then be less.
One of the very last conversations I had with her before she passed away.
Oh,
She was sitting in her hospital bed, and she told me, she said,
she's talking to me about where I want to live. I told her I wanted to live in England. She was like, she said they don't got no food over there. I said, ma'am, I'm sure they got plenty of food. But then she said, I was just telling her about my career and how it's going and everything like that.
Jacob Couch remembering
she said, you really found your calling with this, huh? And this is the last time I seen her before she passed. So ever since she told me that, I've kind of carried it with me. And I thought about it tonight. There's a song by this guy named Tyler Childers, who's from the area I'm from in Eastern Kentucky. Is a song called "Follow You to Virgie," and it's about his buddy's grandma passing away when they were in high school. And I listened to it on repeat about 5 to 6 times tonight before my match. It kind of helped me more than anything calm down and just appreciate the moment I get to be a part of, and all the people around me, and the situation I've been blessed with, because tomorrow isn't promised. And I'm just more than anything, if you guys see me there, I was looking up in the rafters after I got my hand raised. I was looking at her in a figurative way, because I know if she got to see this, she would be smiling. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to carry on her spirit and keep smiling.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Nice. Remembering, apparently Jacob Couch, I think, was talking about his mom just passed. So it was very...
I didn't know that.
That's way better. There's been a huge natural disaster in Eastern Kentucky. Where I'm from. It's basically flooded out and took out the whole area.
Apparently last time this guy came with a link, and I don't know how he shared it to everybody here. I don't know if that was true, but
because I know what it's like to have nothing, and these people have nothing, and now they have less. So if you guys Google it, Eastern Kentucky Relief Fund or Kentucky Flood Relief, you guys can find a link or something. If you have it, it would be greatly appreciated. If not, I totally understand, and that's okay.
Kentucky, there's been a natural disaster. You know about this?
Yeah, I think there was like a lot of flooding, man. Like
flooding?
Yeah, flooding, and I think they got storms and rains. Yeah, it's been bad. Who told me this? I think Erica told us this.
A very touching message indeed. We'll have more matches coming up next.
Really, like that, like wiping houses and all that.
Yeah.
Damn. Cool. Next up,
the ladies. Elisabeth Clay.
The ladies. Beatrice Mesquita versus Elisabeth Clay.
It's built to be powerful but flexible, allowing even the most rigid of frameworks to evolve and update.
Let me write it down here really quick.
Designed to seamlessly adapt to the mysteries of tomorrow. Stronger today than ever before, and even stronger tomorrow. When great new ideas emerge, Tezos will be ready.
You guys, always your support is appreciated. Thank you for watching. And say hi if you have questions, comments. We love to share with you our jiu-jitsu community, like together watching the art that we love so much.
You're faced with so many challenges in sport, but skin infection shouldn't have to be one of them. And that's our mission. Defense Soap was created out of the need to fight back, because we care about this sport, the families, the athletes, the coaches, and we want to continue to protect people from skin infections.
Next up, Via Mesquita versus Elisabeth Clay. Oh, who do we have? A special guest? Miles.
Oh, say hi.
Hey, Miles. How's it going?
His face.
Hey, buddy. Hey, Miles. Say hi. Hey, Miles. Hey.
He's really lucky.
Miles. Did Couch win? Yes. Couch dominated J-Rod.
Instantly, yeah.
Pull guard, got him on his guard. got a Kimura, swept him with a Kimura, mounted with a Kimura, and then stay on the mount the entire... No, took the back, remount, went for several head and arm triangle attempts, and that was pretty much the entire match. So yeah, very impressive.
It speaks volumes. Like whenever I'm sure Jacob Couch knew to neutralize his wrestling, to pull guard and take him to the ground immediately, get him into a guard position. Now he can't pass. Now he's playing Jacob Couch's game. Interesting, huh? How they do that?
Yeah. The thing in Couch is a beast. The thing in Abu Dhabi, I think, is you can do that the first 5 minutes, but after 5 minutes you cannot pull guard. So if somebody wants to take that approach, we'll have to dominate and don't let the match go 5 minutes, which is gonna be hard, and then it's gonna be pretty much a wrestling game from there, and that's when J-Rod will have his chances,
Yeah, for sure.
Logan Helms, thanks for the commentary. You're welcome, brother. It's just for the love of Jiu-Jitsu. We love watching this. I'll be watching on my own, but the idea was that, man, why don't we just go live and just watch it, whoever is watching, comment and
trash talk.
Man, the trash talking between Gordon Ryan, Felipe Pena was saying, oh, he's shaking my chubby baby, and Gordon was like, the only thing you're better at, and then Felipe Pena saying, I'm better at everything, at any position I'm better than you, and then Gordon is, the only thing you're better at is losing. Trash talking, man.
Let's see if they wear the rash guards like with their records, like Felipe Pena wears a 2-0 rash guard and Gordon Ryan wears like a 2-1 rash guard maybe.
Oh really? You think?
Wouldn't that
and
be
then
kind of
Felipe was like, he's shaking, his hands are shaking, I can see it now. I haven't, maybe he was shaking, who knows.
And the promoter's like, what do you think about that? Him saying your hands are shaking.
Right, promoter, they have to be the instigators. There we go. Announcing Elisabeth Clay.
I saw her beat Cyborg's wife, Grindadi. I can't remember her. She beat her with a Gogo Plata, man. I hadn't seen a Gogo Plata.
Which Cyborg? Oh, I was thinking about the UFC Cyborg.
Grindadi, Maggie Grindadi. Oh yeah, the female Cyborg.
There's so many Cyborgs. Question: will Gordon Ryan go for the legs, or will he pressure pass from the top? I think he'll go for the pressure pass. The last 2 times he lost to Pena was because he went for the legs. I don't think he's gonna make the same mistake now.
When was the last time he won via leg lock submission? When was the last time Gordon won via leg lock submission?
When was the last time? And that's the other thing. Like, he kind of got away from the leg locks, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like, I want to show something else. Yeah,
I can't remember the last time he's won a high level match with a leg lock. I mean, Cyborg, but that was 2017.
Chris Sloan is saying, you still can pull guard in Abu Dhabi. We were talking about Abu Dhabi. They just give you a -1. So Mayo do it last Abu Dhabi. He took it like -3 for it. Yeah, and also Gordon's pressure pass just has improved so much. He passed everybody like they're white belts, so we'll see. Felipe has a good guard though.
Yeah, he's definitely different than Pedro Maino. He's definitely a guard player.
Yeah, 100%.
Marino's like
a
top guy.
Yeah, Marino was more a top guy. Marino passed Craig Jones guard.
Oh, wow.
Last time they fought. Yeah.
He beat him, huh?
That's how he beat him. Yeah. So Via Mesquita just took down Clay. Clay went for a guillotine, and they're both up again.
Trash talk. Are they trash
Wow.
talking?
They push each other. These girls don't like each other, man. Via Mesquita tying her hair.
Like a headbutt.
Boom. What a they're playing dirty here, these girls. Slapping. You know how is that collar tie, but you can actually like slap it.
Yeah, like it's like strike.
Right. You see that? Elisabeth
yeah.
Clay just did that.
Their heads are together there. Like
The worst was if you watch dang. Toquinho, Rosimal Palhares versus Andre Galvao.
Oh yeah.
It was a match in Abu Dhabi. Whack, whack. He was just smacking him, man. Oh, Elisabeth Clay jump guard, and fell down.
He Polaris looked like a beast next to Andre Galvao, huh? Like he was way bigger.
Yeah, Galvao looks smaller next to him.
Polaris.
Gordon heel hook. Oh, that's your answer. Gordon heel hook Pedro Marinos in 2019 Abu Dhabi. We're wondering when was the last time Gordon used leg locks to win matches. Mike Lindels, on social media and interviews, Gordon doesn't seem like a humble person. No, he's not humble. He's actually very cocky, and I think he's very how to say, confident of his skills, and he loves trash talking. So what's going on here in this match? Via Mesquita had half guard, right? This half guard. Via Mesquita is on top, trying to pass Elisabeth Clay's half guard. How much Gordon has to do with skill or steroids? I think he has a lot of skill, you know. Like, of course, the other aspect helps, but you know, anybody can take steroids, and doesn't mean they're gonna become as good as Gordon.
Right.
Hey, check this out, Gabe Fulton. Hello from Hawaii. Hey, Gabe, how's it going, brother? Long time no see, man. What are you vacationing? Mexico? Come back to Jiu-Jitsu, bro. We miss you. How do we watch this grappling match? There is go to flowgrappling.com and you have to pay your membership, and then you can watch the match. Jesse Alonso, steroids give you the capacity to work out harder or more capacity. That's true. A lot of these substances allow you to recuperate. That way you can train more often and harder. So Elisabeth Clay is on the bottom, open guard. Mesquita is standing up in front of her, and there's 11 minutes left. Clay is just inviting Mesquita to pass her guard. She's actually inverted right now. She's set up already. Mesquita push her, and he's very conservative on trying to pass Clay's open guard. Clay set up. She's in the sitting up guard. Mesquita is passing around, backing up. She's not really committing to an aggressive pass.
Nice. That's a nice elevator.
Ooh, Clay gets up with a guillotine. With a guillotine attempt from like from sitting, just got up and snapped a guillotine, but Mesquita got out really fast. Darren Hobdon. Pena said that Gordon didn't believe what he was saying yesterday in the presser. Gordon's hands were shaking, like he said. I didn't have the time to go back and really see if his hands were shaking. Who knows? They probably were or not. Who knows? Maybe it's just a mental game. All right. Mesquita has Clay's feet all the way back. And has a Kimura now going for an armbar. And she's out. And push her forehead on when they got up. Damn. That's a quick armbar attempt from Mesquita. 9 minutes left.
This is an intense match. Liz Clay, though, doesn't seem too bothered by the aggressive tactics of Beatrice Mesquita. She's a pro, right? I mean, she's
shout out to James and John Peel. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Are you guys watching? Double Trouble. Brothers are training hard, man. They're about to compete in IBJJF Open October. Okay, Elisabeth going for a leg lock on Via Mesquita from the bottom. Mesquita is defending a leg lock attack from Clay. And she's out.
Yeah, that was a nice lift from Liz Clay. Really had to make Bia consider what was going on there. But again, Bia is a little bit hip to the situation. Is able to back out to attacking range here.
Some comments.
Certainly not as much as she did earlier in the match. She was aggressive in running around outside.
Is Gordon on juice? He's dramatically different than 2019 even. Oh man. What do you think? I mean, just look at the pictures, right? He was younger. Mesquita has a dart choke. Looks tight. Dart choke attempt from Mesquita on Elisabeth Clay. She seems to be doing a proper defense. She's now in a total position, and it seems that the arse is no, it's still tight, man. Still tight, although she's she let go and she's out. If I was Pena and win this match tonight, I would give Ryan another match. Unless the brackets line up in Abu Dhabi, just let him leave with those losses.
Danger here. Reset neutral position, but Bia now firmly, you could say, in the lead here in our judges' eyes. Liz though game for a challenge. Not afraid of a little chippiness, as we pointed out earlier. But I think she believes she has her work cut out for her. She wants to clock.
Rest in peace, Leandro Lo. Yes, we were talking about him. Thank you for your comment. This guy's nickname is Booty Liquor. 8 minutes left. They are standing up wrestling, Mesquita and Clay.
Oh, nice little sweep.
Nice foot sweep by Clay. I'm sorry, by Mesquita. Clay recovered, both standing up again.
This is, of course, a non-title bout at 145 pounds. Beatrice Mesquita is the champion. Who's number one champion at 135? He's
Where can I watch this, says Brad, and answer flowgrappling.com. Now open guard, Mesquita pressuring, passing to half guard.
Really nice work here. She works to free her knee, finishes pass.
Trying to very aggressively trying to pass the half guard. Mesquita cross facing Clay from top.
Again, look at the pressure, that cross face as well.
And Mesquita just cross facing Clay and trying to pass this half guard.
But while that cross face is active, it's going to be very difficult to Clay to reach in to get a leg. With her shoulders flat on the mat. But she manages to
And
now we see Bia possibly going for a leg attack.
Mesquita goes for leg entanglement.
Not many would elect to enter a leg lock shootout with Liz Clay. Now we see Liz with a great opportunity to fire back here.
And now it's Clay who has a leg lock. They both are in a leg entanglement. Clay now has a look at the heel hook. Inside heel hook. Working for it. 4 minutes left.
Early defense, but if Clay could get a decent grip around that lower leg, she could finish this match. But
The heel is not really exposed.
Looks like it almost is out, but Bia is not really pressed the hands, which could be somewhat dangerous here if Liz is able to reposition.
Seems like she found a comfortable angle where Clay cannot access her heel. She's turning a little bit.
with that connection to the leg, but she wouldn't want to give it up. Now she's trying to insert the right foot into the inside Ashkurami.
So Clay is working to expose the heel in an inside heel hook. And Mesquita is turning.
I think she may be clear here. The knee seems to be out.
And
Straight to the back. If Clay lets go of that ankle.
is pretty much out. Now Mesquita turned and she's out. Good defense by Via Mesquita, but she went for the leg lock and put herself in a dangerous position.
Submitted at any point throughout that. The intention was there. The submission intention and entry was there, but the attack was not active.
Yeah, it wasn't actually a
How many, man, so many comments. A lot of guys here. Fosca Produttivo, rest in peace, Lo, no more guns. Brazil, man, jeez, so violent. Jordi Castillo, how many matches until Gordon match? So right now we're watching the Via Mesquita, Elisabeth Clay, and then Mika Galvao, and then Marigalli, and then Gordon. So 2 more after this one, and then we have the Gordon Ryan match. Do you all know anyone with a Flow Grappling account I can rent for them? Oh, by the way, if you want to do that, you cannot share. Like I tried this, I tested this. If you share your password, one of you, the system is gonna cut off one of you. Yeah. So if your friend gives you their password and username, maybe if he's not watching, then you can watch. But you both cannot be watching. One of you is gonna be cut off from watching this. So Bia is still on top, putting a lot of pressure. 1:20 seconds left.
Maybe get a few friends and then all of you pitch in. One of you has the account and then you share it. Each one of you guys hosts an event. You all invite each other to your house.
Good. Oh, another leg lock attempt. Another leg lock attempt by Elisabeth Clay.
She's really good at that, man. She's really good at those.
She is, man. But Bia is defending really well at this point.
Less than a minute now. Liz knows she has 1
Looks like he's got a choice from any one of those legs she wants.
So how much was the yearly subscription?
149, but I had to pay. You pay 149 for the entire year, but it comes
149.
Yeah.
For the entire year.
Oh, she's got
Bro, $12 per month, man. You can do it. Dang. Elisabeth Clay. Dang, still on the leg attack.
I'm so impressed with
Mesquita looks so calm though in the defending. 20 seconds left. Seems like this match is
pummeling right, like she's pummeling correctly.
a noted leg locker. We should add.
Man, Elisabeth Clay hides her feet under their side.
Last look at an inside heel hook here from Miss Clay, passing it over.
5 seconds.
Oh, it's over.
Will run out. Oh, on the buzzer. On the buzzer.
Time.
A real crank on that knee.
Who do you think that's gonna get this one? I think it's gotta go for Mesquita, right? Clay, you think?
Yeah, she attacked more.
I mean, Clay had more attempts to submission for the leg locks.
Really exciting to watch. Both athletes.
It's a close one. It's the closest one so far.
Well, as we do, I'm wondering.
I think she's beat her in the gi. Beat Mesquita, I think beat her in the gi.
Beat her in the gi? Oh, she fights gi too?
Yeah. I think. I'm not. Don't.
Man, they were so aggressive, these two. But Mesquita had the arms too, man.
Oh, it's gonna be close. Yeah, you're right.
Entanglements earlier, I would say that I didn't feel that there was a particular threat in those earlier leg entanglements. It was really the very last leg lock exchange.
Adam says, Mesquita is fighting like Leandro Lo, not backing off.
I'm impressed with Beatrice Mesquita's ability to
Caleb Roberts.
And now it's time to go.
What's up, brother? Can I get a shout out or no? Please let me know. Caleb Roberts, how's it going, man? Jiu-Jitsu people here, all watching this. Judges give the match to Mesquita. Just beat Elisabeth Clay on decision. Rest in peace, Leandro Lo, legend to the sport. CM highlights. 100%, bro. His legacy is already cemented. He's already gonna be remembered as one of the greatest.
We'll talk to Beatrice Mesquita.
We are here with the lady.
Brad, can you do monthly option on Flow Grappling?
Yes, but it's expensive. It'll cost you like $300 versus $149.
Oh. Yes, you can, but it doesn't make sense. If you want to save, you pay the whole thing at once.
It's $29.99 a month if you pay month to month.
How much?
$30.
$30 month to month. And if you buy everything at once, it comes to $12 per month. Man. Who won the previous matches? Mr. Mystery is asking. Diogo Reyes beat Stefan Martinez. Fabricio Andre beat Fabian Ramirez. Jacob Couch beat J Rod. And right now, Mesquita just beat Elisabeth Clay in a very close match.
Talking about Lo, but if there is something I could learn from him, of the couple moments we spent together, doesn't matter if it was in a backstages of
remembering Leandro Lo
or going to nightclubs or interview, he always made me laugh. He proved that living the life is worth, you know. So he lived the life as strong as he could every day, and that's something I learned.
I had a guy who just wrote something about the Leandro Lo incident, giving some kind of safety advice if you guys have like fights in a bar. Hey Jay, you gone? We lost Jay.
Always strong, fighting the hardest he could ever. When we thought he was tired, with that
We lost Jay.
he was going even harder.
Jay, call me back, bro.
So that's what the legacy he left
Here it is.
And I'm sure today was sad, but it's the celebrating for he being in a better place. Rest in peace.
Yeah, I'm at my house.
For sure
We lost you for a second.
Sorry, Jalea FaceTime me.
Oh, isn't she at home?
Yeah, hold on. Let me see. Can you see her? Can you guys?
Hey, Jalea.
We see him soon again.
How's it going? Where are you at?
Thank you. Congratulations.
Oh, I see.
What?
Beatrice, Mesquita, paying tribute to our fallen champion, Leandro Lo. Second win here on the Who's Number One mats. We'll be back with more action. Mika.
All right, buddy.
Galvao
And
returns
your
to
turkey
Who's
burger.
Number One, going up
You can watch the
against 10th planet black belt
a little
Alan
bit.
Sanchez. We'll be right back after this.
I love you. Okay. Bye.
This Tezos, Who's Number One?
Bradford Smith says, Gordon said after this match, the country of Brazil will need a day of mourning. It's rough, he didn't know how right he was. Oh, I see. But, man, first of all, let me close my flow grappling, because what I want to do is get synchronized with you. But I want to read this because I saw on Facebook. Somebody wrote some tips for a street self-defense, and I wanted to share with everybody. So I know who my friend Marty Josie, he shared this. All right, he said, Leandro Lo confronted the man, and after an argument, the fighter took the aggressor down and mounted him to calm the situation. Leandro Lo reportedly said, "Are we done?" Upon being released, the military police agent got up, took a few steps forward towards Lo, and shot the fighter in the forehead at close range. Such a senseless loss. My heart goes out to the family and friends. This is a post I saw on Facebook, guys, regarding the Leandro Lo incident. My heart goes out to the family and friends of this beloved champion. I feel compelled to explore some of the lessons we can learn from this tragedy. First, do your best to avoid fights. You win 100% of the fights that you don't engage in. Second, always expect a weapon even if you don't see one. If you have immobilized an assailant, don't just walk away without first ensuring that the adversary is unarmed. Third, if you can't avoid a confrontation and you are able to dominate the situation, either hold the aggressor until the police arrive or thoroughly check for weapons before releasing him. You should also be aware of others intervening. If you decide to release him, leave the premises immediately before any retaliations can occur. Again, sincere, profound condolences to the family and friends of a great champion. This is a post from Burton Richardson I saw on Facebook, and I think it gives everybody good advice. Rest in peace, great champion Leandro Lo. Going back to the events. Who's next, Mr. J?
Mika Galvao.
Oh, man.
And, sorry.
And his opponent wearing the red.
I don't see Mika losing this one.
Oh, man. No, he's too good, man.
Let me change the title here. Nick Hernandez asked, did Clay win? Negative. She lost. The judges gave decision to Bia Mesquita.
Impressive submission grapplers active on the scene today. IBJJF world champion in history in the black belt ranks. Mika Galvao returns to Who's Number One.
Mika Galvao is just getting better and better.
And we're looking forward to seeing what he has here against
that war that with the Rotolo. Was it Ty Rotolo? Man.
Oh yeah, in the gi IBGF.
Oh, man, that was incredible. Do they fight in no gi?
Sanchez has a very distinct height
I'm not sure if they're fighting Nogi. But Mika is good in both, man. I think Mika Galvao is one of the ones who eventually can become a serious challenge to Gordon. What do you think?
He's got to put on more weight, though.
True. Same for the Rutolos. I think the Rutolos put more weight. They can be a challenge to Gordon in the future.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh! Sanchez going for a guillotine. Mika Galvao just took him down. Hermano, can you tell me your countdown clock? Where are you at?
14:22, 14:21, 20.
What?
9, 18, 17.
Okay.
Where are you at?
I'm at 22, 21, 20, 19, 18. How far ahead are you? 14,
05,
13.
04, 03, 02.
So like 8 seconds?
Yeah, same.
You're 8 seconds ahead?
Yeah.
Dang. So you're gonna be telling us before.
Like,
Why don't you narrate?
What? No, I'll be quiet. That way you can announce.
Again, these guys asking me to put the matches on.
They
Can't do that, guys.
They don't understand.
On Friday afternoon here in the practice mats, and his use of the underhook in catching arm locks, triangle.
Put a mirror on the background. Man, you guys, I'm chilling here in my house. You want me to go get a mirror and
all kinds of construction upgrades?
Mika just passed the half guard and is now on side mount and right away going to mount. This is just
dominance, man.
Complete pressure, mounted. I love seeing the mount back. So Mika Galvao is on the mount of Alan Sanchez and just taking one from Gordon's playbook. Come on, Jay.
Miles.
Oh, he got a half guard, but Mika is going back to trying to pass the half guard again. Back to side mount and back to mount. Damn, Mika is looking like Gordon now. You know, the guy regard a little bit. Everybody's doing this.
Like all of the team, the Mika's team, they all go to mount and they just pressure mount and hold the head.
They're all pulling from the Gordon's playbook.
Stop doing that.
I'm not saying that they would elect to go into bad positions, but they don't necessarily have the same urgency.
At some brand out, Mika is superior than Alan. 100%, he's just showing total dominance. He's got the mount on Alan. It didn't take too long for him to get to this position. There's 11 minutes left. Mika's on top, and Mika's one of those guys who's not just happy being there. I bet he's gonna start looking for the submission. Look, pushing the arm across for the head and arm. Of course, Alan defending.
Galvao is going, his hands, he had kind of really solid wrist control. We see it again now. We see him
Isolating the wrist.
That arm to the mat. He's got a very deep control of the head. He's got his hands, his left hand all the way around. I think that we may see
Mika isolating wrist from the mount.
Position that he used very effectively at the
trying to establish some kind of threat here from the mount. But Alan Sanchez unable to escape.
We may have an idea of what he's looking for here.
Amazing pressure from Mika at this point.
He's got a very tight control now of the
I gotta tell you, I'm loving the mount being back in this. Head and arm from Mika. Looks tight. This could be over.
I'm seeing Alan Sanchez
Looks
start
like he's got the
Super
hammer.
tight. Alan Sanchez has his arm all across. And Mika is just pressuring the head and arm triangle from top. Alan Sanchez is just
And he got out.
resisting.
Sanchez now really in trouble, starting to see.
Out. You call it 8 seconds before.
That cross-face pressures.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I reset, I turn it off, turn it back on, still 8 seconds. There is no way Mika is going to lose, say Sav 12. 100%. Ethan Livos, Gordon versus Felipe predictions. I'm going with Gordon because I think he's in his game is been evolving so much and it's been showing so much progress and making world champions look like white belts. But we'll see. Mika has Sanchez in the back mount.
If anything, I feel like Sanchez's back defense is probably going to be better than his mount.
Sanchez just defending
How many rounds
the back attack from Mika. Oh, arm is isolated.
Well, it looks like even
Wow.
Arm isolated and is under the neck. Mika Galvao working the choke
methodically working his way close.
and getting tighter and tighter like an anaconda, man. Sanchez just struggling to get his arm back. This seems to be over. This looks like it's gonna be over soon. It looks tight. One arm, only one arm. Squeeze, he tap with his foot. Mika Galvao at this point seems unstoppable. It's just showing so much control and he's still a young too, right? Like how is Mika Galvao? 18, 19? He's
Like
the youngest. I think
brothers.
he's the youngest IBJJF champion.
Mika opened up strong.
Bro, such a beast.
18.
18. Wow.
So he's like the pills. He's like James John's age.
Quickly shut that down.
Yeah, I read recently that he actually dropped out of school at maybe 14 or 15 to train Jiu-Jitsu
Wow.
with his dad blessing.
Crushing top pressure, a theme throughout the whole evening and the year.
Mika Galvao submitted with a rear choke
Isolated arm.
to Alan Sanchez.
It's a one-arm no-gi choke.
Mika Galvao continues to impress.
Pena needs to win for the culture, says optimistically cynical. For the culture, what do you mean? For the culture, you mean that maybe Gordon Ryan needs like a balance. You know, he needs to be humble too, right? That's the idea, or I don't understand.
It sounds like, yeah, that's what it sounds like to me too. Like
he becomes just way too,
yeah.
way too much.
Like the bad boy. He's like too much of like the villain, you know?
Right. So he thinks it's gonna be healthy for the culture and maybe even for Gordon to lose, but he already lost to this guy, so. But I see this guy D Wee. He said, "Let's go, Pena." So Pena has a lot of fans too. Especially, I think in the press conference, he looks so much relaxed and controlled and more level-headed that I think sometimes people gets attracted by that too, you know, and gets turned out by the cockiness and the. But Gordon's being arrogant, you know. So I think that sometimes I don't believe so much the trash talking. I think those guys are and secretly are friends, you know. For some reason, I think that they just put on a facade.
A show.
Yes, I think it has something to do with that.
Like to sell like the pay-per-views, you know, or the subscriptions to Flow, you know.
Yes, Julius Bleske. Gordon needs to win for the sport. We have Gordon Ryan fans in here too. Chris Sloan. Gordon is the McGregor of grappling. Gordon probably isn't a bad dude, just a businessman. Yeah, I agree. I agree with this. Trying to just make some money, you know, sell fight. That's the thing. When you're a fighter, could be a UFC or a grappler, you have to sell tickets, you know. You can be a great fighter, and if you don't sell tickets, nobody cares.
They like the controversy, like they like controversy and conflict, you know. And,
right.
Yeah.
It's like the women basketball. We're not gonna go there, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So they should be paid the same, but people don't watch those shows. So, did you see that the basketball woman got like 8? What's her name?
Brittany Griner.
She got 8 or 9 years in prison.
Yeah, man, like 9 years
in Russia.
Possession.
Damn.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna exchange her though. I thought they were looking to exchange her with some Russian prisoners that is here.
I think there's still like talks going on, but we don't hear about it. You know, there's still things going on behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, anytime something like that happens, given the environment that we're in now with the Russians and the Russians in Ukraine, and it's a very tricky political situation.
Right, it can turn political.
Yeah, like asking them for favors right now isn't really something that's feasible, you know.
Bro, and what she was it weed or other drugs that she smuggled supposedly?
I believe, hermano, was just weed.
Damn, I didn't know Russia was so strict with the weed laws.
I think they are, but mostly with Americans.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And then Americans, now that we have like we're kind of in a proxy war, you know, we're like arming the Ukrainians, you know, and then we're not fighting directly against Russia, but we're arming the Ukrainians.
It's almost like, yeah, I understand. It's almost like indirect participation. Right. Jonathan Sosa enjoying the commentary. Thanks, guys. Thank you, brother, for watching. We love being here with the Jiu-Jitsu community, watching the art that we love. You guys know that the Gordon Ryan Felipe Pena is a no time limit match. I hope it doesn't go past 1 hour because I think, guys, I need to work tomorrow. If it goes too late, I'm gonna have to close this. I'll watch it tomorrow. Do you guys see it going for an hour or 2 hours? Gordon has said that he's gonna finish within 45 minutes. What do you guys think? Somebody asked, can you guys show the match? That is not possible. Ray Guadalupe, Gordon needs to lose to gain humility and get even better.
Player in the planet, and doing my transition to no-gi.
Yeah, maybe.
insane style fighting, and
Julius Bleske, do you think the UFC will start BJJ matches like ONE FC? That would be great. I don't see it happening. Do you think Dana White, hermano, do you think UFC will start putting on BJJ shows like ONE FC?
I think anything is possible when there's money involved. If it creates enough of a following, man, he would jump on that.
I agree with you, because I remember Dana White when they asked him in the past, what about women MMA? Nobody cares about women in MMA. Remember back in the day?
Yeah.
And then he changed his mind once Cyborg and Gina Carano came. He's like, whoa. You're right. It's all about the money, I think. You're right. If there's money, they probably will do it for sure.
Yeah. And he doesn't like. If you notice, like when they ask him something like that about like a possible like a drawing or like another type of what's the word I'm looking for, like another draw, he gives a very ambiguous answer. He's very coy about it, because now he knows that if I say no now and I say yes later on, I look really foolish,
Yeah, he was so against women in MMA. He was actually dismissive. And
I remember when the first UFC match, the women match, like when the first one hit, remember that? People were like, "Oh my God, these ladies are beating each other up."
Yeah.
There was a lot of people like. Wow.
But what was it? Bellator? Not Bellator. Strikeforce was doing it first, and then I think he saw. Yeah, they put the Gina Carano and Cyborg.
That's right. It was
and it was a hit. Like it was a main event. Everybody watch it, and then Dan is like, "All right, we need to get some ladies in here." You see Juliana Pena versus Amanda Nunes. Oh, we watch it together. I was like, that was a good fight, I think.
Yeah.
But Amanda
was good, huh?
She's just too good, man. So I think what I see from her is more power. Like one punch, and Pena was down already. Versus Juliana will connect, but it's not like a knockdown power that Amanda Nunes had.
Yeah, her only chance was on the ground trying to catch her.
Yeah, that armbar was close.
Yeah, that inverted one where she went belly down, that was. I think she was too close to the cage, huh?
Yes. Vlad the Impaler. Now, Gordon doesn't have to lose and won't lose. He's so far ahead, and it's funny. We have Gordon fans. We have Pena fans.
As you can see, the height-wise, I mean, there's probably half an inch difference between
Ray Guadalupe. If Gordon loses, he will become a better man and even a better player.
Very clearly on Rafael Lovato Jr.'s side, it is now time for our co-main event.
He's lost a lot. He's lost a few matches. He's lost
Gordon?
twice.
Yeah, Gordon lost. He lost a few matches, man.
Yeah, he lost to Vinny Magalesh, I think. Vinny Magalesh beat him.
Yep. So Marigalli and Lovato just started.
Leandro Lo beat him in Nogi. Like, remember he stepped in for an injured. He stepped in for an injured fighter.
Leandro Lo beat Gordon.
Yeah, in Nogi.
Oh yeah, that's what the article said. I didn't remember that. The article said Lo beat Gordon Ryan. You're right. Yeah, I remember that Gordon and you just mentioned it right now. The guy from Eddie Bravo.
Kyle Bain?
No. Who after the match he put up leg locks don't work.
Vinny Magalesh?
Vinny Magalesh. Yeah, I think in that match Gordon was into the leg lock phase. Remember he was trying to leg lock him and heel hook him, and Vinny just escaped. And then he was
like, they don't work.
Leg locks don't work. So Marigalli and Lovato are wrestling here. And I remember seeing Lovato in a podcast. I think it was the Joe Rogan podcast. He had some health issues too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was talking about retirement and just amazed to me to see him still fighting.
And he's big, hermano. He's big.
Oh yeah. Man, he's been fighting forever. Lovato.
He's like
Such a
like
beast.
mega.
How old is Megaton? Megaton still competes. I think he's the only one who has competed in all IBGF since the first one without missing one. Hermano, can you check how old is Lovato? Oh, Marigalli has a double underhooks.
Marigalli aggressively going for the tie. He said you do not want to be under Lovato because he's also got that MMA pressure from top, and that's something.
Marigalli with a Uchimata and just took down Lovato. Marigalli inside Lovato's close guard right now.
Oh, he's only 39. Rafael Lovato. Oh, that's junior. Shoot.
Yeah, this is Rafael Lovato Jr.
Oh, yeah, he's 39.
Getting into a solid tie-up position like that with Lovato.
I thought he was older. I thought he was.
Say SAF 12. I think Marigalli is going to win this one as well. I just hope Lovato makes it competitive. He's a legend as well.
Now we'll see this amazing passing game that he
Yeah, I do see Marigalli winning this one as well.
Can he get past those long
Did you check how old Lovato is?
39.
39.
I will say what's interesting too is the
Wow, and Marigalli must be what, 30?
nice underhooks. He was doing a really great job controlling
I
his
thought
face.
Marigalli was in his 20s.
Actually looking like he was on a bit of a back foot until he came in for that double underhook.
Let me look. I'll look.
Lovato with a single X right here on Marigalli.
Marigalli's 28.
28. Oh,
Yeah.
wow, much younger. Yeah, definitely the youth, energy. Look, Marigalli is just almost on half guard. Marigalli.
Yeah, we talk a lot about Lovato's top game, but we can't forget he has such an excellent X guard, butterfly guard, really classic positions. But here
And Marigalli just passed Lovato's legs. And he's now on side mount. Marigalli's on side control on Lovato.
Lovato is he's got his one hip up and he's got his elbows pretty close to his body. But the simple fact of getting there less than 4 minutes into
Attempt some single legs entry Lovato, and
Oh, wow.
Marigalli took that opportunity to pass his legs, trying to re-guard. Oh, Marigalli now on Lovato's back. Nice scramble, but Lovato gets out quickly. And now Marigalli is pressuring again. Pressure the open guard. Knee cutting. Lovato trying to defend the pass. And Marigalli is on Simon again. Didn't take too long to pass Lovato's guard once for the second time. And he's on Simon again.
One side, after the opening, feeling out process on the feet, Marigalli is simply taken over.
Jesse Alonso, respect to both, but I'll take Marigalli. He's definitely showing the better performance than Lovato at this point.
Lovato turn away from him, possibly an attempt to open up the back. We will get our judge's favor, and it's probably clear who it should be. Yeah, no surprise there. Lovato is doing his best to try and recover a half guard here. I like the way the
EVI, Spyro says EVI is on UFC Fight Pass, so in a sense they have grappling.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that how he does a great job of continuing to bring that.
Yeah, I think what they were saying, I think one FC has actual grappling in their main events, right?
Yeah, I think like on the card, in the actual card.
In the actual card, they have a
Side control retention is a really difficult transition.
like
They also have
Musumeshi.
grappling. They have like Muay Thai fights.
They do, yes. It's almost like bring every fan into one, like the fan from different martial arts into one event.
They got like
So-
three Thunderdomes like in the middle of the arena.
So Lovato was able to recover. Oh, now he went into total, and Marigalli has a guillotine on Lovato. And Lovato's out. They're both standing up again. 8 minutes, 45 seconds left.
So now, if Lovato was on the wrong end of that takedown earlier, Kendall, how do you feel he's going to approach the wrestling this time?
Marigalli took Lovato down at the beginning of the match. And
I would say, like, Lovato's not really someone who gets nervous and backs out. He kind of decides.
we'll see if Lovato will
This is what did it, and then he goes.
pull guard or try to
So I think he's gonna
wrestle and take Marigalli down. Man, what time is it? 11:30 almost? Man, I'm feeling tired now. I've been talking so much. Like my brain feels like I want to say words and they're not coming out.
Intrigued to see this rapid development of Nicolas Marigalli to go from zero no-gi experience. I'm talking February this year. Zero no-gi experience. He moves to Austin, Texas.
I'm gonna talk to these guys here at Flow Grappling and start turning on these main events earlier, so we don't have to go to bed so late.
I know, bro. The worst was last show. They had a no time limit submission only before the main event, and those guys were going for an hour 30 minutes, and then we want to see Gordon Ryan. They finally, somebody had the idea to move them to a different mat area, and then had the main event going.
They still be going, like they were still going during the Gordon Ryan.
Yeah, when Gordon Ryan match ended, they were still going.
And so now he has the inside position, and I like how Marigalli's using these foot sweeps to kind of off balance a lot. I don't think
nice
he's
takedown.
necessarily for straight to the takedown, but potentially we could see.
DC Dream says this is the biggest fight in Jiu-Jitsu history. Marigalli just took Lovato down again for the second time. I hope we get to see it. Is this the greatest match in Jiu-Jitsu history? In modern Jiu-Jitsu? I think next month Gordon and Galvao will be greater even.
Yeah.
This is interesting because it's more personal for Gordon.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
for
like,
the
that's stretch, man, the greatest in history. I mean, I really like Toys Gracie and Walid Ismail. I really like that match.
Oh, I see what you're
That's
saying.
way old school. That
You're way back.
It depends on
Yeah.
when you grew up, man. You started watching, you know.
Yeah, Walid got him in a club choke, and Hoyt passed out. Remember?
Yes. Yeah.
And it was in Brazil, right? And the people just jumping in the rush the mat.
That was Carlson's fighter, huh?
Carson was celebrating because Walid, he was a Walid trainer.
Yeah, I mean, like, and then Marcelo and Hodger. Gosh, the list goes on, man.
Hodger versus Jacare.
Jacare de
Gi
Suiza,
and no
right?
gi.
Man.
That match in the gi where he broke the arm. That was one of the biggest matches I think in Jiu-Jitsu history. Where Jacare broke his arm and then he started fighting with
still
an
fighting,
arm
yeah.
broken arm.
Man, see, like those to me, those were wars, and they probably weren't even getting paid at Mano.
No, no, they weren't getting paid. So Marigalli putting pressure here on Lovato in a 3/4 guard or 3/4 mount.
Yeah, I think we spent some time here last match, if I remember correctly.
5 minutes left.
Looking to isolate the choke here, had an arm choke. No surprise, by the way, to see the
Marigalli transitioning into a no-gi career after winning absolute in IBJJF. Man, he won absolute with a broken ribs.
Oh, this is gonna end.
Oh, Marigalli now has a head and arm. Deep. Now he's taking the back. Lovato's belly down.
So that head and arm controls really.
Now he has a half Nelson to turn him into his belly, or belly up, I should say. Lovato is kind of sideways.
Aggressive hand fighting here.
Marigalli on the mount with Lovato turned on his side. And Marigalli putting on a half Nelson to turn Lovato, make him flat again.
Great mentors and teachers his, and one of the greatest tenets in their school and their system is, of course, the ability
With 3 minutes 30 seconds left.
counter-attack, and Lovato right now is surviving.
Wow.
Yeah, Lovato does a good job of not letting his arms get too separated from his head, right?
Savvy Sav 12. Do you think Gordon is on steroids?
Is that Logan? Is that Logan Savvy?
Logan Savvy. No, I don't think so. The wrestler?
Yeah.
That came and visited us? I don't know. Savvy Sav, are you Logan? We have a friend, Logan Savvy. The answer to that is, I think Nate Diaz put it best when he said, you know who was very outspoken about that was he was a lightweight world champion, IBGF. 2 minutes 20 seconds. Marigalli's on the back. He took Lovato's back with a close body triangle.
Oh, he hurt his wrist.
That was perfectly timed reset by referee Gabriel Martinez.
He was the coach of, man, escaped the name so late I cannot remember anymore. This lightweight champion, he said, and he kind of will interview him, and he's like, and I propose to clean the sport. Everybody's on steroids here.
Uriah Faber?
No, it was IBGF champion, lightweight, super good.
When was this, hermano? Back how when? Like
Long
the last
time.
5 years?
Yes, like 6-7 years ago.
There is still over 2 minutes remaining in this match, so there's plenty of time for Marigalli to work from here.
Marigalli on Lovato's back, and he trapped an arm. Once the arm trapped, man. 2 minutes left. Oh, Lovato free his arm. Jeez. Lovato here is just surviving. Oh, trap the arm again, and he's out again. That system of trapping the arm is, I think Dana call it the straight jacket system.
Aggressively searching to get that hand underneath the chin. You know, let's not forget
Marigalli still on Lovato's back.
This Marigalli has a 100% submission rate.
Yeah, and he's looking to keep that tonight. Aggressively hunting the rear naked choke here, making things a little nasty on top. Sometimes you gotta do that.
Lovato on the total position with Marigalli on his back.
It's a priority for their team is
Oh, he likes that little half Nelson.
Oh,
that little power half Nelson.
Great job of remaining as safe as possible.
They use that a lot. Gordon used that a lot. The power half Nelson to flip people back into from the total to the supine position.
Maybe difficult for Marigalli to find that finish, but not impossible. There's still time to
30 seconds. Marigalli is really working the submission. He's not happy with just winning on points. But there's no point by decisions.
Marigalli now in this half guard position. Just going to get one last pass in the last.
Marigalli on side mount with 10 seconds left. 5 seconds. Time. Marigalli beat Lovato. It was just a complete control from Marigalli from start to finish. He could not finish Lovato, but definitely the dominance was one-sided. Marigalli just dominated Lovato. And coming up, Gordon Ryan versus Felipe Pena. Who's excited for this? You guys, what do you think? Perfecto 77-7. I love steroids. Gordon ego needs this loss, says Daniel Webster. Jacka, there is absolutely no way that Gordon is on steroids. He's totally not ripped and lean at all. Chubby baby is what he is.
That's a Pena fan for sure.
100%.
I think it is a formality. I think it's very, very clear.
Gordon says booty liquor. Gordon lost to Renato Laranja, 27-time black belt world champion. Hey, what happened to Renato Laranja, man?
Man, he almost got crippled by Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz slapped him, right? This guy slapped everybody. Gordon is a true inspiration for any champion. He's lost many matches already. You think John Danaher's best student would be a fool of himself, dimwit? Yeah, he actually...
That's a rhetorical question.
Where does Nicolas Marigalli train? Patata ask. He's training now with Danaher. He's teammates with Gordon Ryan. Daniel Webster, how many matches until Gordon versus Pena? It's coming up next.
We talked about what your match last time meant going into ADCC, and that was really recent, but I feel like I have to ask again already because so much has changed in your game. So let's talk a little bit about what you're working on.
Gordon has created this persona to generate interest in pro grappling. He's the heel of Jiu-Jitsu.
Stalling match to win championships. Who's number one has that kind of rule set where just submission counts for the judges. So it helps my style of jiu-jitsu because I always...
Marigalli saying this format helped his jiu-jitsu.
My game from out situations, positions to find ways...
So technically, if he does really well at ADCC, could he possibly face Gordon Ryan?
And we have 5 weeks. I will be ready.
What's that? Marigalli? It's not in the same weight.
But absolute?
That is key about strategy and
For Abu Dhabi, you mean?
Yeah, because I know Gordon Ryan is doing a super fight. But is he gonna fight the regular like
Yeah, he's gonna fight. He's gonna fight his bracket too. But it's super heavy.
But like absolute, like if they both get to the absolute.
No, he's not. He's not gonna do absolute. He's just gonna do his weight, and then the super fight.
And the super fight.
Henry Tenesela. Who else is watching it from that tiny screen in Flow Grappling app? Turn your phone sideways, a little bigger.
I know I talked to Lovato and we've been speaking throughout the entire event
Free
about the
advice.
tragedy that happened. Is there anything they would like to add before Lovato says a few words here?
Zach Broniewski, has Gordon match not started yet? It's coming up, bro. Next up, Dewey Hodger versus Buchacha was the greatest gi match. We were just talking about this. I think that was a great match, but I think Hodger versus Jacare was even better.
Up there.
Or up there, yes.
he always was a very special guy. He always lived a life of finding happiness wherever he was going through, and he's gonna keep his legacy in the earth, and we can build more things together.
Awesome. We can't wait to see you next month. Congratulations.
Wizard says Gordon is going to pass Felipe's guard, get chest to chest, and then kiss his forehead like he's tucking in a child. He was patting Pedro Mariño's head, remember?
Like patting it, like tapping the top?
Yeah, will he do the same, you think, to Felipe?
I'm sure if he gets in a position of dominance, he's gonna be like.
He's probably gonna do something like that.
Yeah, there'll be some trash talk, or there'll be some gestures. Or...
He's gonna probably be talking to him, right?
We trained. We had barbecue. He was just in my house, and I'm just very grateful I got to spend that time with him.
Man, I hope this doesn't go for too long, man. You guys know that this fight coming up, Gordon versus Felipe, is a no time limit match, right? Dante from Cayotera, thank you, bro. Cayotera was the one who went. You guys are all on steroids. Stop.
Trying to clean up the sport.
Clean the sport.
He's there announcing.
Cayotera is there?
Yeah, he's there. He was there like one of the announcers in the beginning.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I see. He's good, man. Good jiu-jitsu.
Nice words there from Rafael Lovato Jr. A very sad moment for jiu-jitsu indeed. You can claim
I think IBJJF has some testing, because they just actually pop Felipe Pena. They strip him from his title. I think he won last year, and Felipe was like, "All right, yeah, all right."
I was doing it.
I was doing it. Yeah. Who am I kidding? All right, guys, coming up, the match we're all waiting for. Man, I miscalculated. I thought it was gonna be like around 11. It's almost midnight here in the East Coast.
They're in Austin, right? Or Dallas? Where are they at?
Yeah, I think in Texas, but I don't know exactly where. Who is here staying later? Like, who's here like watching and it's like 3 in the morning in where you live? Let us know. FGP, hello from Brazil. What's going on, brother? Somebody just share us a link somewhere here on the comments.
It's like a virus. Because you don't share the Flow Grappling link.
Caleb Roberts, if you look at my picture, I have trained under Hoist Gracie. Good for you, brother. Hoist Gracie, legend.
Stronger today than ever before, and even stronger tomorrow. When great new ideas emerge, Tezos will be ready, and so will you.
Savvy Sav 12, I want Pena to win, but my gut says Gordon is going to take it.
So I'm going to show you guys how you can claim your free NFT. Alright, so during the stream, you're going to see a lower thirds like this pop up. You want to pull out your phone, scan the QR code. That's going to take you to the Tezos website your NFT. So now if you see what I'm seeing right here, you're going to scroll down, hit claim NFT. You're going to link your social media.
Do you ever see Julius Bleske? Do you ever see a UFC champion having BJJ as their core martial art? That would be Charles Oliveira, I think.
Yeah,
right?
And
Current.
yeah. And then
finale,
Figueredo.
only available on July 14th.
Figueredo is a jiu-jitsu guy too?
Yeah, oh yeah. Davidson, that's his name, right? Davidson?
Damian Maia. But he
oh, man.
Did he get to be a champion though? Maia?
Oh, I don't know him. I know he was getting close. I think he ended up losing to the champ. He lost to
right.
Who was the champ that he lost to?
BJ Penn. BJ Penn was a jiu-jitsu only guy. You got Neb that stuff.
Wasn't Glover Teixeira a jiu-jitsu guy?
Glover Teixeira. Not sure about him. You know who was a jiu-jitsu guy? Also heavyweight, Brazilian. Got to be a champion too. It's so late, my memory is not.
One of the brothers?
No.
Little Nug?
Well, them, they were good jiu-jitsu guys in the UFC. But no, I'm talking about somebody else. He actually got kicked by Krokop. Krokop knocked him out. He was a pure jiu-jitsu guy. Forgot his name. Maybe you guys can remember.
Vitor Belfort, was he ever a champ?
I think he won one tournament. Rainer Welgemont, thanks for the live play-by-play, guys. I'm on my way to work, leaving Abu Dhabi. Can't wait for this match. Coming up, let me write this down.
We got a lot of viewers.
Yes, bro. Jiu-Jitsu community, 400 people watching.
Awesome. What's up, guys? Man, I realized I would have decorated my house a little better. In the background, I got soap back there and.
Coming up, Gordon Ryan versus Felipe Pena. We're about to see either there's gonna be a submission here.
Has to be.
It's not a limit submission only. There's not gonna be a judges or anything like that. Points, nothing. This is all going to go down with a submission. Man, people are really sad for Leandro Lo. Michael Orm says, RIP Lo. People mentioning Met Streams has a link. Met Streams. They're in Dallas, says Michael Orm. I thought they were in Austin. Man, it's crazy how a few years ago LA was the place, right? And now you hear like Austin, everything is in Austin, UFC, Austin. It's crazy how things change, man.
I think everything in California is so expensive. Everything. I wonder if the fight organizations have to pay a lot of money to California. The
taxes, right?
Something, man. Yeah.
Man. You know the thing I like though when I visit LA, I love the weather and the beach.
Yeah.
So.
Same.
11:45, 9:15 a.m. The archive. It's 9:15 where he lives.
Man.
Where are you at, brother? Hawaii. 5:45. Latan Iowohi. It's 5:45. He woke up early to watch the fight. Rainer Welgemode. 7:45 in Abu Dhabi. AM. 5:30 in Europe. Nolan Wesolowski. Waking up 5:30 to watch this match. Good, man. Awesome. We're partying here.
Get up, have some breakfast, and watch the jiu-jitsu fights.
Cool, huh? England 445. Hey, Sugar Perez, thank you for your donation, bro. $2. Bravo versus Gracie 1 and 2 were amazing. I agree. That has to be one of the best matches in grappling history. Also one of the biggest upset, I think. I think that's top one biggest upset, Eddie Bravo to Hoyler. India.
He's a Machado student, huh? When he won that first match.
Yeah, Jean-Jacques Machado, Eddie Bravo. Oh, they're asking for a minute of silence, I think.
Oh yeah, it looks
respect. Like, yeah. Minute of silence, guys.
Thank you.
Leandro Lo, 1989-2022. Man, such a violence, man.
Passing of a true champion in the world of jiu-jitsu. The community is extremely saddened to learn of the passing of
Too bad, man.
One of the greatest athletes our sport has ever produced. He forged his legacy on the competition mat.
He was murdered, man.
Who's number one?
Luis Rodriguez.
Our main event. Gordon Ryan versus.
How's it going, brother? Thank you for your donation. Where are you? Let me see. Oh, Verdum. Fabricio Verdum was a jiu-jitsu only champion.
Man,
Gonzaga. That's the one I was looking for. Arthur Suave got it. Gabe Gonzaga. He was a pure jiu-jitsu guy who became a champion. Brian Ortega. Of course.
I think his boxer was a first. I think he was a. I don't know. Not professional. I don't know. That's a good question. I thought he boxed.
Yep, Arthur Suave. I was thinking of Gonzaga. You're right. Guys, we're about to start the Gordon Ryan Pena match. Alex Laurent watching from Thailand. What's up, bro? David Brendan Chop. Leandro Lo was killed today. Is this true? Yes. They were in a club. There was some scuffle with this guy who pulled a gun and shot him in the head. Terrible. This guy was, the ironic of this situation, the guy was a police officer and I was a jiu-jitsu purple belt. It's crazy, man.
I hope that your camp in Brazil with random guys in Servio and then one day train with Pedro and Draculino has served you well, but it won't really be enough to hit a single offensive movement on me for the entire night.
They are Dallas. Mike Baez say the show is in Dallas. Dallas Star Sports Center. Thank you, Mike. Oh, Hoist. You guys were... Somebody asked about BJJ Core Martial Arts who became UFC champions, and then we were saying all these names and we forgot the first one. Thank you, Bradford Smith. They are announcing the fighters. Did Gordon give an envelope calling his submission? Not yet. He's about to walk out, so we'll see. I'm excited for this one. Felipe walking in.
Is Felipe Pena. This man needs little introduction, but very important to remind the world, I feel, of just how good a grappler this guy is. A champion, both gi and no
He
gi.
choked out, Felipe choked out Buchecha in Abu Dhabi.
Absolute champion.
That's when he won the absolute.
Yeah.
The best in the world.
Well said. It's the moment that's been 5 years in the making. We're honored to have Felipe Pena here tonight at who's number one.
That was the year he beat Gordon?
To talk about for some time to come.
That was, I think that was the year prior.
Yeah, because I think what happened, he beat Buchecha to go to fight Gordon.
Yeah, sorry. He beat Buchecha and went to fight Gordon, yes. And then beat Gordon, took his back.
And representing New Wave, Gordon King Reyes.
Here comes Gordon.
An opportunity
Will we see a complete domination? He does not have an envelope. People were asking, is he gonna put an envelope? He walking with a water bottle
as a black belt. And twice
right into the mat.
the hands of Felipe Pena. This is a
No gi
monumental
submission
occasion
specialist.
for no gi grappling. The three-time ABCC gold medalist Gordon Ryan. He has made no secret of how much.
Like the tail of the tape, right? Like on the tail of the tape they had, they said they give his credentials multiple champion. Like, you know, like UFC when it says striker and street.
Oh, that was the early UFCs.
Age at this point of experience. Without further ado, I think we should jump right into things. Let's go.
Let's go.
Luis Rodriguez, bro.
Martinez, our head referee, is going to get things underway.
Here we go. The match has started.
No time limit. Submission.
Gordon Ryan versus Felipe Pena. Felipe goes for a foot sweep.
No judges' decisions. The clock will go.
Thank you, Luis Rodriguez, for your super chat. Thank you guys for your support.
Gordon noticeably bigger, huh? This time around.
Not so much though. They weigh almost the same, right? Oh, Felipe just kind of smacked him, Gordon.
Well, there's no love lost between these two, right? I mean, you know, their last match.
I think they are starting very slow, considering this is a no time limit match. Collar ties, strong collar ties, man.
Personal relationship between these two, and on the mats, I think that
They're very aggressive with those collar ties, both of them. There goes Felipe with the.
Apparently, they have been DMing a little bit.
If you saw the press conference yesterday, there was a war of words between these two grapplers, and Gordon Ryan, man, he's usually the one in control, but Felipe Pena was giving as good as he got, and I think he may be one of the few athletes in the entire world who could possibly get into Gordon Ryan's head.
They were talking about how Felipe could be in Gordon Ryan's head just because he beat him already twice, and the press conference he had good comebacks for Gordon, calling him chubby baby and telling him he's shaking and he's a fake and that he's better at everything. They're still on their standing.
May have been years ago. A lot may have changed since then, but you could never truly erase that from your memory.
I mean, if this is a no time limit match, they are gonna take all the time in the world.
Competitive as he is.
Collar with Gordon with the collar ties. Felipe pushing him.
I would say competitive is an understatement, right? I mean, he's
You guys, I don't think I'm gonna be reading these comments.
people that I've ever met. So much to the
But
point
thank you
where
so much for watching. I'm gonna be watching the match.
Instagram post saying that because he was behind Felipe in the poster, that people were going to pay, right? So if there's anybody who has any kind of resentment towards not being believed to be the best, it's definitely going to Ryan.
Gordon did not bring an envelope, somebody's asking. Guys, we're watching Gordon Ryan versus Felipe Pena. 2 minutes in, they're still standing, exchanging very aggressive collar ties.
In this match, only our center referee to keep the action going, and one of the biggest questions as well is when this gets down to the mats,
who's going to be
They
the
weigh
one to
almost the same.
exchange.
Uh,
Because I kind of feel, and we talked
Gordon
about
looks a little taller, but I don't see too much difference. Do you see too much size difference, Jay?
From their previous meetings,
against their opponent, because
or especially their first
meeting.
meeting.
As heavy and as
Yeah, the first time Gordon was smaller.
Gordon Ryan on top of you, but the same goes for Felipe Pena.
Oh, you're comparing it to the first time they fight, how Gordon is so much bigger now.
Yeah, how he looked next to Pena like the first, even the second match, he was wasn't as
Skinny,
big as he
huh?
is now. Look how big he is.
Right.
At least right now, you can say that the work rate is relatively similar. So people are burning their gas tanks at, you could say, the same rate, kind of.
This is gonna be a good. Oh man, you guys can hear the smack on the collar ties. That was from Felipe.
Kind of being a wet blanket on his opponents, right? Smothering, looking like Roger Gracie out there. So I think Felipe Pena is definitely not going to welcome that scenario.
I'm interested in this.
Almost 4 minutes in, the guy's still standing.
This kind of activity on the feet for a period of time. It typically is because someone's trying to run down the clock and get to a certain point before they start really turning it up.
I don't see a. There's no
the idea here that there's no
clear
who's expecting the other person
advantage from any of them. They both just exchanging hand fighting, collar ties, pulling each other's heads. Gordon does a little snap down.
I was going to say that it's slightly ratcheting up here the intensity. Our referee, I think, is going to give you guys a warning. Oh, no, never mind. Just bring it back to the center.
4 minutes in. The last snap down from Gordon seemed to work a little bit on Pena. The commentators were saying that Gordon's collar ties might be working.
And it's really about who makes the first mistake, right? Because if you're in a match this long, if you're competing against an opponent that's skilled, you can't afford to take
They're both standing, a little inactivity right now.
But those mistakes happen usually when one is fatigued. But the question is, the conditioning being as good as it is, how long before that fatigue kicks in?
Yeah, and we're not seeing big snaps.
They both on each other's necks,
we're seeing, like you guys
like
said,
collar ties,
hanging on the head,
pulling each other's heads.
Bringing a lot of kind of like a smothering weight
Wow.
Boom.
which you normally
Man, they slap, right? The collar tie is not just ooh.
that feels like you're drowning.
That was a straight up slap from Pena. Pena just slapped Gordon pretty much. Oh, foot sweep.
Foot sweep attempts here as well.
You know, a lot of people have remarked on Gordon's physical dominance over his opponents, and the fact that he's often enjoyed a considerable size advantage, and a large part of that really has been down to the fact that there have been so few people unwilling to face Gordon Ryan. So it was a case of that just simply weren't many.
I don't see Gordon pulling guard here. I think he's gonna try to wrestle Pena.
His physical advantage was so big, but
They're both standing. Pena going for a foot sweep.
There was about a pound difference between them. They both weighed in.
8 minutes in. Sorry, 6 minutes in. Still standing.
They're very, very similar.
There's no. It's not a. There hasn't been a clear takedown attempt. They're just standing, kind of styling each other, pulling heads down.
Gordon fainting for the legs. Let's not forget that in 2017,
Very methodical this approach. They're both very conservative. Nobody going for a like explosive double leg or a lot of hand fighting.
having worked his way into submission grappling, but it's effective enough when it counts. He's made it to the final of ADCC many times and competed in the super fight. So
We hear Felipe yell, well, he chose the rules. Someone was complaining about needing to work tomorrow. He goes, man, he chose the rules.
They're talking. They are talking to each other.
Felipe with a flash of a smile on his face. It's been a tough day.
Somebody from the crowd, I think, said, I have to work tomorrow. Is that what it was?
Oh, really? I have to work, guys. Let's go. I do have to work tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a summer camp.
I don't think there is any better way to honor Leandro Lo's memory than by going out there and just competing as hard as you absolutely can, because that was Leandro as what he was known best for. He had a huge personality, he touched many people's lives, but he was an inspiration to a generation.
Gordon sitting down.
And now we see Gordon Ryan.
Gordon sit down to open guard.
Felipe Pena.
And Felipe passing. Felipe on top. Gordon on half guard. Gordon sweeping. And on Gordon on Felipe's back. Gordon has taken Felipe Pena's back from a half guard sweep. And taking the back. Gordon is going to Felipe Pena's back.
It was an invert.
He's not out of trouble. He is doing his best to try and escape. He's going in various directions here.
Gordon now on top of Felipe.
Gordon Ryan earlier today said that today
Gordon on a half guard on top of Felipe. Trying to pass the half guard. Or quarter guard, what they call it. Trying to use his other foot to pummel and free the foot. This is the worst case scenario for Felipe. Given previous Gordon's matches, you don't want to be underneath this guy.
Inviting Pena to join him, and the moment that they connected, he got his foot on the gas. And I mean, look where they are.
Felipe
This is a nice work by Pena in recovery.
escaping
Using frames.
the half guard pressure.
Class guard, one of the best guards in the world. Absolutely.
Now into the open guard. Gordon now in open guard, standing in front of Felipe.
Back into the body control.
Yeah, it's interesting because that first pass kind of came off.
That was a big kick. That was a kick to the stomach.
Felipe kicked Gordon, trying to get up, and Gordon put him back down.
So I was saying the first pass came off of a scramble that kind of led sort of back. Now this is interesting because we're going.
Felipe attacking leg lock
Forcing the 50-50.
on Gordon.
But could we see Gordon kind of flip the script here and use that famous back take just like Pena did to him a couple of years ago?
They were remembering this is the same position that Gordon did on Pena. That lead into Pena's taking Gordon's back, but they were saying how Gordon could use the same thing to Pena. So this is a 50-50 position at this point.
And that was Felipe Pena.
Gordon standing up from the 50-50. And Pena is so good.
Grips here from Pena, but there hasn't been
Anybody else, Gordon already would have been on top, smothering.
So his left knee being pinned to the floor and not being sucked in between the thighs of Felipe keeps him safe.
Pena managed to defend
He's not looking for a leg lock though, is he?
No,
Gordon's pressure.
He is a big fan of the bear trap, though, something Felipe uses quite often.
We're watching Gordon Ryan versus Felipe Pena. Gordon on top. Got out of the 50-50. Felipe on that single X.
Here's again, the way that he threads his foot through, it's so effective. It's almost like a leg lasso. You can see the way he's using it to destabilize Gordon. To kind of, force Gordon to react by
Pena using a very unique kind of leg entanglement.
And then when he comes up, again, Felipe, is able to thread that back leg through and then continue sitting down. Nice wrestle up.
Getting up onto the single leg, and they both up. They both up. Felipe just got up. Awesome exchange. Gordon sits down again. Gordon sits down. The referee asking Felipe to engage. Felipe just standing in front of Gordon. Referee telling Felipe to move forward and engage. Is he tired?
He looks very tired, huh?
Felipe looks tired.
Right? It's kind of looking, taking. Let's take some notes here before we just dive into this guard.
Yeah,
Felipe looks tired from the whole exchange.
Pena's not an outside passer, generally. His passing style usually relies
Trying to pass, knee cutting, Pena.
on entering his opponent and kind of much like Gordon, you know, he doesn't have a similar passing style per se, but the one thing they do is they rely more on close range passing. But
they're talking.
Felipe's also very, very good in the middle.
They are talking with each other. Felipe knee cutting into this reverse de la jiba. Gordon has like a reverse de la jiba position. Hillbilly Hammer wins, somebody asked. Yes, he won to. He dominated J-Rod.
Interesting thing to note too from our pre-show is that everyone on the judges panel said the same thing, that the longer
Pena standing in front of Gordon.
was that Felipe's goal would be
Gordon
to make the match go longer and longer
has like a
he does really, really well.
half butterfly
And it's not to say that Gordon doesn't do well.
guard
You just don't ever see him there.
on Pena.
No one ever takes him there. Right? He's using control from start to finish. So it is
Earlier in the match, Gordon swept Pena from half guard.
that someone tried to score an offensive move, meaning the single leg X come up sweep, and took Gordon out of exactly where he wanted to be. He didn't score with it, he didn't sit him down with it, but he came back up to his feet, and Gordon clearly
14 minutes in.
So it's just an interesting thing to note when you're looking at the caliber of Gordon's past competitors compared to now, right? We haven't seen him go with anybody the likes of Felipe, at least not bringing this kind of challenge here today.
No, you're absolutely right in that it's been a long time since we've seen anybody score an offensive move on Gordon Ryan. You know, and you can say what you like, but that may be the
Pena trying to pass Gordon's open guard.
His ADCC run in 2019 when he took double gold. I mean, how many people were able to score a point?
What do you think about the match, Jay?
Very calculated. I still feel like they're filling each other out a little bit.
It's just been.
They're not really eager to pass.
I think this has been one of the hardest matches from Gordon in a long time.
Yeah, he's having
his previous 5 matches.
Much better. He said
the hand fighting is very the hand fighting. It seems to be very calculated. Like
athletic potential, which is a far cry from
each one of them. They don't try to look just the grabbing of a wrist. They'll roll out of the wrist. The hand fighting alone.
One athlete who has the ability to test Gordon Ryan's jiu-jitsu in every area. And there we see Gordon using a kick to the chest. And just like Felipe Pena did earlier, creating space.
Yeah, this is not an easy match for Gordon. He's struggling to
doing a nice job of resetting as well, not letting Gordon get a hold of
to establish any
or anything like that. Puts on
sweeps or
a commitment to an attack
and Pena looks dangerous on the guard passing. Right now Gordon has a half butterfly.
Over that he's looking to come up, to pass, and to go chest to chest, right? He said that multiple times leading up to the match.
What time do you have on your screen? I have 16:32, 16:33,
16:42, 16:43, 45, 46.
You have like
That's an area of his systems we haven't seen yet, right?
like
We haven't seen his
7-8 seconds ahead of me.
Yeah, in action.
You narrate.
It's not here, it's all about his top game, his pressure, his finishes from the back.
There it goes.
In fact,
At this point, guys, Pena is trying to pass Gordon's guard, and Gordon is trying to sweep from a half guard.
Yeah, great point. Felipe doing a good job of remaining committed to top position. Gordon has made some.
Felipe very conservative into passing. He's almost just sitting back, holding Gordon's. Oh, Gordon goes for an inversion.
Gordon's flexibility. Doesn't man as big as him, nearly 230 pounds, 6'3", the way that he can invert.
Felipe is not really coming into like an aggressive pass. He's just kind of like there, frustrating Gordon. I think strategy is like let Gordon come and attack me, and then from there I think I'll pass.
And now we see some nice movement here from Felipe. Like you said,
Felipe walking around Gordon's legs. Gordon does a good job
almost like a butterfly style,
blocking the pass.
the right moment to create the angle. But Gordon so expertly, inverting the exact right time.
Gordon going for a half butterfly sweep, trying to get up. Pena put him down, and Pena does this to Gordon, like
a finger,
like this. Gordon tried to get up. Pena pulled his leg, put him back down, and say, "You stay down."
It's very, very clear that Gordon wants to come back up. And again,
this is
it's just unusual.
I think one of the most challenging matches for Gordon in a long time.
Able to do it right twice now.
Going on 18 minutes.
Look at this though. That big grip over the back. He could use that again if
Gordon sitting up from half guard, holding onto Felipe Pena's back.
This is definitely a compromised position for Pena.
And a duel of back kicks, though, you can never count out Felipe Pena, right? Felipe Pena always finds
hand
a way.
to the face there. Gordon had a little reaction to that.
And look at this, Felipe Pena. Nice use of the hips there.
And swept. Gordon has swept Felipe. Gordon is back on top. It's the second time he's on top. The first time Gordon couldn't pass Felipe's guard. And now they're in a 50-50 position with Gordon on top.
Felipe's using the leg entanglements as a form of distance management. He wants to keep the weight off him.
Gordon on top, Felipe doing a great job keeping Gordon from passing and getting up. Felipe got up. Felipe got up, preventing Gordon from passing. They're both up on their feet. Hand fighting. Going into 20 minutes. And Gordon sits back down. It's gotta be very frustrating because Gordon has swept Pena twice already. But once he gets on top, he's unable to
because that's exactly what led to Felipe taking his back both times.
To pass. So Felipe got up, hermano.
20 minutes into this match now.
And then Gordon sat back down.
He's back in the Z half.
I think everybody's
Gordon
just
is
knife edge in this room.
Knee shield.
Thank you guys for the comments. You have 1,000 people watching right now.
Kind of workshopping this guy.
See Wolfaka, why is Jay so mad? Where are you mad, Jay?
I'm look mad now. I'm okay.
He has to get up tomorrow. Tonight he has to get up at 4. That's why he's mad, bro. Felipe passing or attempting to pass Gordon's guard, and Gordon playing that half butterfly. Gordon has swept Felipe a couple of times now, but once he gets on top, he was unable to pass Felipe's guard. And Felipe managed to stand back up, and Gordon goes and sit back down. This is not a walk in the park for Gordon like his previous matches.
Little look at an inversion there from Gordon.
Lilo's adventure.
Yeah, I like this from Felipe Pena.
Gordon's gonna get submitted again.
Left leg, kind of compressing.
There's definitely somebody's gonna get submitted tonight. This is a match with no time limit.
Distance with that leg and using that to get under the far leg. If he tries to scoop the leg of Felipe's left
This
leg,
is a submission only
when he
match.
compresses, he's not able to get that. But now we see him kind of open back up again, going into his open passing. He's had a really, he's had some success looking to passes, combining the open with the close passing.
Felipe not really very aggressive Like when Gordon was on top, he was looking into pressuring him and passing more. Felipe is just kind of walking around, and then once Gordon gets him in a half guard, he goes back down to his knees.
Gets them back into this kind of knee shield position. He definitely wants to draw Felipe in. He wants the connection from bottom as much as on top.
Now we see a little bit more of a commitment here from Gordon to try to go underneath.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is good pressure from Pregame here.
Definitely the strongest passing position we've seen so far, isolating that hip with his right hand.
Pena's head down.
Felipe is on the half guard on top, threatening a guard, half guard pass.
Through the legs, and he's really trying to step over that bottom leg.
Trying to step over Gordon's half guard, but Gordon recovers.
Step attempt there from Felipe, but Gordon able to kind of bring his left leg over, which threatens a lot of different things. Threatens the triangle, threatens the Kimura on the far side, but most of all, usually just makes the person back out and kind of uncommit to that pass.
Felipe's base really on display here too. Gordon has tried so many times to kick him away, just make the spaces stand up.
Mr. J, check this out. Sorry, B. Jay looks like Nate Diaz. Man, this is definitely a very methodical match. They both moving very slowly and being very careful with their approach. Felipe on top, not really making a big commitment to pass. And it's also because it's a no time limit, so it has to be with energy management too, right? Like you don't want to gas out in the first 30 minutes. But this match is going on 25 minutes. Gordon has swept Felipe twice, got on top, couldn't pass Felipe's guard. And here we go. Very aggressive pass attempt by Felipe. Gordon kick him and gets back up. But they're both up on their feet.
To see what the goal is, right? Because we saw Gordon pull 2 times.
Collar ties.
Goal to come up. Wasn't able to do so successfully, right? In this last exchange. So now back to the feet. I don't know if we're gonna see Gordon pull again. I think we're gonna see him wrestle.
I don't know. He's had 2 successful.
I feel like it's almost like kind of like a moral victory, right? For Pena, win or lose,
couldn't sweep that third time. Couldn't really
Gordon wasn't able to pass his guard. He hasn't been able to pressure.
True. It start wearing off mentally. Like, oh man, like start getting frustrating, you know, like.
Hope that he engages and get the connection.
And it's gonna be even more frustrating because Gordon said, "I'm gonna finish this in 45 minutes." And once he hits 45 and he's still dealing with Felipe, starts getting like, oh, okay.
6 minutes of action.
Definitely looks tired. Felipe looks really tired.
Felipe, yeah, it's gonna come down to also who has better cardio, you know.
Felipe doing a really good job of maintaining the upright posture, right? One thing that happened in his ADCC match with Galvao is he got broken down pretty quickly in that match. And he's not making that same mistake here. In fact, Gordon is putting his head down.
Over a period of time, those collar ties starts getting wearing on your neck, right? Like your head starts getting heavy and just at one point just go down. That's how Gordon got Keenan down on their Abu Dhabi match. They're standing still, hand fighting, collar tying. Felipe really smacks when he goes for the collar tie. Nice. Felipe does attempt foot sweep.
Gordon doesn't look too different from Marigalli's wrestling attempts here, or his wrestling positioning. Right? He's
27 minutes.
Yes, but he also kind of switches between
How long this will go?
To pawing on the head, to brief looks
1 a.m. 1 a.m. I'm out. I'll watch it tomorrow. You guys, who's working tomorrow morning? Thank you for the comments, guys. Sorry I couldn't read them all.
Foot sweep to the back clinch, right? So it's very clear. Like we talked to Gordon afterward, that they have very specific
There is
wrestling sequences.
Kelly Maher asked,
and they aim to
is there a time limit?
rather than
This is a no time limit match.
Right, at least that's what we were talking about last time after who's number one. So I'm not surprised to see a very similar correlation between his stand-up game and Marigalli's stand-up game.
This is definitely a
with the foot sweep here. Right back to
very
Marigalli.
challenging match for Gordon. Felipe is really bringing the heat to him, pulling his head down, attempting foot sweeps.
But Kendall, so far your supposition there of Gordon may choose to wrestle from here on forward proven to be accurate in the last few minutes.
Seems like he's pretty held
For
in.
the ones who saw
Last attempt,
Gordon just
bottom was not necessarily saying that he can't sweep. He could have swept 2 times.
bulldozing through Pedro Marino. This is not what's happening right now. Gordon swept Felipe a couple of times. Gordon just turned and look at the time. You're right.
He's like, okay, we're coming up on 45 minutes.
Right? Once he get to 45, he said he was gonna finish in 45 minutes. I have to be up at 5 in the morning. Gordon attempting the foot sweep.
Well, Felipe Pena's pace in wrestling. You know, Gordon has been working his wrestling extensively, and just he can't budge him. I mean, there was a brief look earlier in the match, I remember, where he kind of momentarily broke his posture, but so far the foot sweeps and the control have been unsuccessful.
"30 minutes in, and they're still standing. The foot sweep attempts Gordon has tried have been unsuccessful. Pena doing a great job in the standing position. Not really going for takedowns,
Yeah, it feels like a lifetime ago.
but just tiring him out.
My first year at Flow, and man, that was a sight to see. Yeah, at the 45-minute mark, it was all Felipe Pena.
Felipe pulling Gordon's head down.
With the same technique.
Yeah, we see Gordon getting a lot heavier on the head now, right? And that positioning can really start to wear on your opponent, even if you're not looking for a front headlock. It's exhausting to keep up with. So then, once that weight is coming into play, then we take a look back at our foot sweeps, take a look back at our arm drags, and once we start combining those things together with the
T-Mobile Gordon said he had something special planned instead of an envelope. Did he reveal anything pre-match? He did not bring anything or said anything.
I saw that. That might have been acknowledgement there. The simple fact that Coach John Danaher called out 30 minutes when the clock came around. I'm wondering if that is a specific signal for Gordon Ryan. That, you know, they have a game plan, of course, right? These guys, they're so studious and they're so strategic. John Danaher is widely considered like a mastermind in Jiu-Jitsu, you know. And him and Gordon, they go into every match with a very, very clear.
30 going into 32 minutes. This match is standing up.
Will herald some things.
I also think that if we look back to the very opening sequences of the match, it's important to realize that
Pena really heavy on Gordon's head.
From a back take, a pass, there was a lot that happened in the beginning of this match. Positions that nobody gets out of when it comes to Gordon Ryan, right? So I think that this match is proving to be a little more even than a lot of people thought.
This match is very even. It's not the one-sided domination that Felipe just taking Gordon down. They go recover real quick. They both up again, but Felipe almost to Gordon.
That was a very weird move, huh? Like a half-hearted. That was like a half-hearted Uchimata, and I think it.
Yeah, Gordon attempted an Uchimata and it kind of backfired on him. But yeah, the commentator were saying how many people believe that this was gonna be a one-sided domination from Gordon, but it's not. Oh, Gordon on Felipe's back, just took down. He took Felipe's back and just took him down. And Felipe inverting, going into Gordon's legs and entangling Gordon's leg. That's how he has kept Gordon from passing him, because he keeps entangling his legs. And Gordon cannot pass his guard.
Difficult position, and yes, Gordon Ryan is able to put Felipe Pena down. But Felipe Pena is so crafty.
Felipe now in the 50-50.
Gordon slammed down with every intention of maybe taking the back right there, looking for a finish.
This is
scrambled, had to work really hard to get underneath.
This gotta be frustrating for Gordon, having the top and not being able to establish the pressure that he's looking for.
He just keeps on tangling those legs up, huh?
Yep, Felipe entangled legs, therefore keeping Gordon from going on top. See, kind of like a 50-50 from bottom. Felipe going for an arm lock, like a shorty arm lock from bottom. Gordon smiles. That's a good leg control. I feel like Felipe has really studied how to prevent Gordon from passing, and it's really working, because Gordon, and they're both up again, and Gordon pushing down. They go out of bounds at 34 minutes. They had to restart with Felipe down. Felipe not agreeing. He does not want to start down. He does not want to start down, Felipe. He's saying that when the referee says stop, he was not down. Gordon is smiling. Referee talking to Felipe. Referee saying that Felipe should start down, and Felipe not agreeing. They went out of bounds.
If this ends in a disqualification, that's devastating.
The referee talking to them. Gordon is not gonna accept. They're replaying here. They both got up. Gordon pushing. Before they get out of bounds, Felipe was down. Now Felipe accepts being down. They restart the match. Felipe down, and he entangling the legs again.
Felipe's got a decent bite, but Gordon now in a much better position. Felipe's gonna have to work hard one more time.
The match has restarted. Gordon is on top. Felipe does a great job entangling the legs and preventing him from passing. I didn't realize I was out of the camera. Just so focus on the match. Gordon attempting to pass. This is his third attempt to pass in Felipe's guard.
Gordon working to pass. Same story we've seen for a little while now.
And he has been unsuccessful so far. Felipe's guard has been very crafty and very good at stopping Gordon's pressure. Man, Felipe here on the comments has a lot of fans. People saying this will be very humbling for Gordon if he loses. Gordon keeping the pressure. Gordon keeping the pressure. Felipe managed to give him away.
Oh.
Gordon passing. Gordon passing, and Felipe recovers.
Now closing in, almost getting chest to chest. Not quite.
Gordon wants to get
That's much more aggressive guard passing from Gordon than we usually see. He's usually so
on top, and Felipe just
scramble like that.
keep him at bay.
He wants it. I think it's a sign of how bad he wants it.
Isso, mantenha esse pé apontando para fora, o esquerdo sempre.
38 minutes. Gordon on top. Felipe just inverted on Gordon. And back up. Gordon takes his back and put him back down.
Sprints at him, man. Sprints into that back clinch. Beautiful, beautiful takedown.
Felipe got up for a split second. Gordon reached him and put him back down. Now Gordon keep trying to pass.
And he wants him on bottom where he can put his weight on him.
And Felipe, man,
Again, though, about Pena's excellent
awesome guard.
Most people would not get out of that scenario of Gordon Ryan.
Awesome guard.
Yeah, that would have been a
Gordon
serious
has been
back take, or straight to a pass off of the
smashing everybody in the last few years.
his open guard. Yeah, so he does an excellent job here of continuing to bring that left butterfly
Felipe
hook
is
in.
not
So
making
every time
it
Gordon does start to get closer to
easy.
the pass, Felipe brings that left butterfly hook in, creates some space, and then typically we see Gordon back out again into like more of an open style passing, which is again what we're seeing here.
Man, leg drags.
Gordon high stepping his.
Not even. They're not working.
Out of those
Leg
controls.
drags.
He doesn't want
Yep.
Felipe Pena
Any guard pass attempt
Felipe Pena drawing his
from
legs
Gordon,
up.
Felipe is shutting it down.
As you can see now, he's not hanging out anymore.
Gordon is really working to pass,
The way that he's weighing on Pena.
and he's
now
not
this is a lot different. Yes, Pena has
being
the
successful.
but Gordon
Going on 38 minutes.
He is putting his weight through
They're in a half guard.
Pena's left shoulder, and Felipe Pena is kind of cooled up. The knee shield is the frame that's.
Felipe
really
has a knee
you
shield.
can see Felipe Pena pops out, but Gordon Ryan
Knee
is
shield,
now
half guard, and recover.
chase the wet blanket treatment.
Now Gordon has to start all over again.
Scenario to be in, as Gordon just doesn't go backwards, but he is, as Kendall pointed out, using as
And
we're seeing now,
he's
he backs away and has
back in full
almost
open
throw
guard
bites.
again.
Look at Felipe Pena though. His eyes run the back for just a moment.
Felipe, great job stopping the pass, entangling. He loves getting into this 50-50.
And maybe into kind of like a reverse knee on belly for a second there. But that gave Pena the opportunity to just draw him back into this leg spaghetti.
39 minutes.
Leg spaghetti.
There's a calf crush there. The way that Pena has that upper body control and the shin in the back of Gordon's thigh, that it's not necessarily a kind of submission that you'll get against a world-class black belt, but it's definitely one of those positions that kind of bothers you.
Felipe
Well, now they're getting a little
entangling the legs of Gordon to prevent the pass. Gordon really working and trying to put his legendary pressure. And Felipe doing a great job keeping him
denying Gordon the ability
from passing.
Oh, his toes were stuck in the shorts there.
And Felipe doing like an X-guard,
Big extension here
trying
from
to
Pena.
extend Gordon and get up. Gordon keeps the top pressure for now and going into that 50-50 again.
Gordon's base just so strong. Felipe Pena trying to use his X-guard, one of his best weapons to destabilize Gordon.
Felipe inverting on Gordon,
So smooth.
Gordon Ryan's so heavy on
trying to
top.
get him on a leg lock.
So far, it's been a minute since we've seen Gordon on bottom now. He's enjoying a prolonged period of control on top.
And man, so tough to pass Felipe's guard.
For sure. We heard him talk
40
so much
minutes.
about the chest-to-chest connection. That's his primary goal here when he's looking for his passing.
But Felipe has that bear trap, which is making that a little more difficult. We see that in action here. Felipe looking to maybe peek out.
Oh man, we got a shootout here. We got a real shootout. The leg entanglement as well, such a factor. The trap. If we see the other angle, take a look at the other side of this. Oh,
man.
Leg entanglement.
Felipe stood back up. Felipe up. That's gotta be frustrating for Gordon. They both visibly tired.
He quit. He quit.
Felipe stopping the match. Gordon raising his hands. Felipe just stopped the match. He is saying everybody to stop. He wants to say something. This is weird. Felipe is quitting.
Oh no! There they go. They're going back.
Why he stopped? Why he stopped? Now he's back. He's just tired. He's just trying to gain some time, I think. Don't you think?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Felipe was stopping, going to the table, kind of took a deep breath, and then came back. And now they just restart the match.
Do you think he had like rounds between rounds or something here or something?
If this would have been MMA, this would have been it.
Yeah.
Right? You refuse to engage. At one point, Gordon raised his hands, thinking that Felipe quit. That's gotta be a big boost of confidence for Gordon.
Yeah, I mean the thing with that is
I think that's a sign.
Like retain the guard and that pressure. Can you imagine the amount of energy you do retaining with that?
But I was thinking the same side goes for Gordon, like giving everything to pass that guard.
If you're on the other side of that,
And he couldn't.
So that is a tough spot for Felipe to come back from now. Not to say that it can't be done. Obviously, physically he's been doing great in this
Glenn,
match, but
Marco and Jay, thank you for this play-by-play. Awesome. Thank you, bro. You guys, thank you for your support. Leave your donations, please. It will go for a good cause.
I'm so uncertain as to exactly what that kind of was about. I'm not sure if Felipe was
They are standing again.
But I could be wrong.
Gordon for a knee tap. Gordon just took Pena down once again. And Pena with this 50-50 entanglement, keeping Gordon from passing, is working.
And he's going to look to step out from between that entanglement.
It's really good. Pena does a really good job preventing, but if he's just exhausted, could he keep Gordon from passing? And Gordon
manhandle Pena down to the mat. Shows that, we were
now Gordon almost passing, and Pena pushing him and bringing the leg back.
It makes cowards of us all, and I don't think that is the case in this match. I just think that it's going to
Pena stood up again.
It's going to make somebody get sloppy.
Pena stood up again and pulled. Oh, Gordon just swept Pena. A foot sweep brought Pena back down. Pena stood up for a split second. Gordon swept him. Beautiful sweep, man. That was awesome. But he fails to pass Pena though. Bro, what are we doing? It's almost 1 in the morning.
I gotta get up like in 3 hours, 4 hours.
Jeez, man.
Has shifted drastically in this
match. Did he quit again?
Yeah, you could say it was pretty even, but after
Pena has quit. The match is over. The match is over, you guys. Pena has stopped.
Looks like Felipe Pena has decided enough is enough.
44 minutes.
Right under 45 minutes.
Right as he predicted. Gordon is asking for something. Felipe just quit, guys. Felipe quit. He was about to quit a couple of minutes before. Gordon took him down a couple more times, and that was it. Verbal submission.
Verbal submission.
They declare a verbal submission.
A somewhat anticlimactic end to this heavyweight
Great match.
bout between Gordon
Oh, Pena just said something to Gordon.
Civic submission led to the victory. Felipe
Or if he's still gonna get his 10 grand for quitting.
he was done.
Pena talking to
Enough was enough.
the organizers here.
It's time to get out of here. I'm over. Match is over. And
He just got out. I don't think there was a particular injury or,
with a victory,
just trying to stop
against Felipe
the
Pena,
pass so
the
much.
match leads to his first win against Pena. We've got a quick replay here.
It was not a clear start to bottom domination though.
Many moments in this match.
Like people thought he was gonna do, like the same thing he did to Marinos. He did have the best moves, swept, took down Pena more. Just Pena did a great job blocking the pass.
The wrestling was such a factor. The way that the Gordon Ryan was able to send Felipe Pena to the mat time and time again, especially in the
He took him down many times.
Oh, that little knee tap. I like that little knee tap.
That knee tap is good, man, and Gordon does it really well.
He had to really work for it, but amazing showing why he's truly number one in our sport today.
The foot sweep was beautiful too.
Great job from Gordon Ryan, but he certainly had to work for it. He certainly had to put in the work.
The heavyweight champion.
But I should say now,
I'm going to pass it over to Kendall Rusing to speak with Felipe Pena.
let's hear Felipe. What is he gonna say?
All right, after over 40 minutes of action, we are going to hear from Gordon Ryan, but first we are going to hear from Felipe Pena now about his experience with the match.
Hey guys, just would like to say one thing here, that for you guys know, everyone is clapping hand for this guy, but he's a guy, he's really good here on the mat, but he's a guy that doesn't have heart. Today, today one of the best person, one of my biggest friend, died, and I went to Pregame and said, hey, I don't feel like to fight, I don't want to fight anymore, and they said, calm down. And they sent me to fight, but they said, oh, I'm going to at least tell Gordon to do at least 1 hour match, because I see how it is, I see how you are now, and you definitely not meant to prepare for this fight, And the guy just said, no, whatever, this fight gonna happen, and I don't care, So, that's it, guys. Thank you, sorry.
Felipe is saying that because the Leandro Lo said that he wasn't feeling like fighting today,
Here with Gordon Ryan, big belt on his shoulders.
and asked for just 1 hour match, and that Gordon said no, and he accused Gordon of not having a heart.
I originally had something really nice planned to say, but after that, fuck him. Flo messaged me and they're like, hey, Felipe only wants to do like 30 minutes or an hour. And I'm like, well, if he's not mentally stable enough to compete, why not just cancel the match? What does it make a difference if it's 10 minutes or an hour? That's like saying, oh, I'm sad, I need $2,000 more to compete or I won't show up. It just doesn't make any sense. So I'm like, no, he's not changing the rules again. And even if it was an hour, he quit in 46 minutes. So didn't make a difference. But we actually have a rematch signed. They're like, well, Felipe will only do it if you do the rematch. I'm like, we can do the rematch every month. It's free money for me. So I don't care.
Can you talk a little bit about your strategy during the match? I know we saw you wanted to play on top. There was a time where you were
Gordon saying that he said, look, if he's not feeling like fighting today, we can cancel the match.
Talk us through that a little bit.
Yeah, so Felipe came out very strong and very aggressive, and his pacing was way off. So I was going to start ramping it up around an hour in. You saw the second he went to go talk to Howell, I started picking the pace up a little bit because I saw he was breaking. But I was just kind of camping out in a split squat.
and not really putting too much passing pressure on him. And then towards the end, I started to put more and more heavy passing pressure on, and I was working towards 60% or so, and then he cracked and quit. So yeah, he was talking to me. He's like, man, your grips really aren't that strong. You don't seem that good. And I'm like, yeah, I haven't even started trying yet. So we were just about to start trying, and then he gave up. So that was probably the best outcome of the match. He just literally gave up. So, and before the match, he was like, yeah, man, I'm the mentally strongest person that you can fight. I'm like, yeah, okay, buddy, we'll see.
So you were 0-2, now we're 1-2. What's next?
Well, we have a rematch signed, so that'll be 2-2. And then during ADCC, hopefully I get to fight him again, and I'll have different pacing for that one, so I'll submit him inside the 15 minutes. And then we do a match to make it 3-2. And then that'll be enough money to send him into retirement, and then he can do whatever he wants after that.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Gordon. Congratulations.
Gordon saying that Felipe was trash talking in the middle of the fight, saying your grips are not strong enough. And Gordon saying that I haven't even started yet.
Gordon Ryan, and while it lacked a decisive victory.
What do you think, Jay, of Felipe Pena saying that because of Leandro Lo's assassination, he wasn't in a mental state to compete? What do you get from that?
I mean, it's tough, man. I mean, I don't know how close he was with Leandro Lo. It takes a toll, but like I feel like if you're not mentally there, don't fight. Don't come to the match. You know?
Yeah, I think Gordon has a point. Okay, if Felipe was saying, okay, I'm not mentally stable, let's just do 30 minutes. If you are not mentally stable, but mentally affected by the loss of your friend, let's just cancel and postpone it when you're better. Why doing 10, 15 or 30 minutes if you're not there, if you're not gonna be there?
It's a bad look for him just to quit like that versus getting submitted. It's a bad look, in my opinion.
Yep. So this is gonna be this. I don't think this is the end for the two of them. They're gonna meet again in Abu Dhabi, and hopefully they say they have a rematch already signed. That'll be interesting to watch. But what I saw is that he really was a challenge for Gordon. It wasn't a walk in the park like the Pedro Marinos fight or the Wagner Rocha or the Jacob Couch matches that Gordon has been having. So I think, of course, Gordon though showed superiority 100%, took him down many times, and was just on top when I made Felipe quit. So you cannot deny that Gordon just this time around deserved the win and show a better jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Cool, you guys. Awesome. Look, it's almost getting to 1 a.m. I hope you guys enjoy it. Here, Mr. J has to wake up in 3 hours. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much for your support. If you can leave me some comments, I will appreciate. Next month, I'm gonna be here with Jay watching Super Fight. Now, watching this, hermano, and we close with this. Do you think Galvao now has a chance against Gordon?
No, he's a totally different animal than Felipe Pena, Mr. Marco. He's a pressure passer, but he's not a guard retainer like Felipe Pena is. You know, I don't think so, man. I think somebody when they can tangle Gordon's legs, if they can slow down his advance on his pass, because if you don't do that, I think he's chest to chest and he's flattening you out.
They think though, he make him look human again. Right. He make Gordon look like, okay, you can give him a hard time. So now he's not looking so, because if it would have been like just a smashing from beginning to end like he did with Pedro Marinos, I think everybody would agree that that's what's gonna happen to Andre Galvao too. But now we'll see. I think still Gordon has the upper hand and he'll beat Galvao, but it'll be a great match and we'll be watching it next month, Abu Dhabi. You guys, thank you so much. There's so many comments. Felipe Pena quit at the 45-minute mark. Gordon Ryan won, and that was it. He claimed that the Leandro Lo pass affecting him mentally, and that's it. They say there's gonna be a rematch in the future, so we'll see, guys. Thank you so much. Keep training. Be safe. Peace. We're out.